offering from Coda, and that ball's lined into left field. That's a base hit. They'll wave Kregel around from third. The throw comes into the infield. It's cut off there. Kregel scores his second run standing up. Base hit for Rignitz and an RBI, and it's 2-0 Clayton Ridge Central in the lead. Here's a bouncing ball right side of the infield. That's into center field. It's a base hit. Because the ball ends up being knocked down by Mattil at second base, staying at second base is Oberbreckling, but Colton Hager with a base hit and an RBI. And it's 3-0. Wary goes in the lead here, and still nobody out. Here's the pitch, slow bouncing ball. Owen Hammersland, why not? Gets a good hop. He'll run it halfway to first, throws it over to Mast, and Owen Hammersland fires a one-hitter. And Clayton Ridge Central defeats Lansing Keyhigh in the opening round of the tournament by a final score of 3-0. What a gem by Hammersland. Ball into strike with one out, and that ball is lined into center field, and coming in on the run and diving for it is Knipper, but it's going to get by him. Great effort. Toll scores easily from second. Into second base is Thomason. They'll wheel him around. The ball goes all the way back to the fence. He slides in head first to third base. Didn't need to, but it's the third run driven in for the ball game of the Stars, and they lead 3-0. Here is the offering. He's off and running. Low pitch for Stelkin. The throw to second base. It is in time. Sliding past second base is going to be Thomason, and he's tagged out there. Looked like they were going to get him anyway, but the tag was missed as he slides off the bag. Out at second base is Thomason, the third base runner that Stelkin is throwing out here, and that does it for the Stars in the bottom of the fifth. Here is now the 1-2 pitch. Fastball swinging right through it. There is balls. Two Stars pitchers, Elliott Francis and Jared Evans, combined on the three-hitter. They combined to strike out 12. And it is Starmont, a dominating pitching performance. They advance to face Clayton Ridge Central. Stars shut out the Vikings by a final score of 4-0. The best tournament action is on KCTN FM 100.
Boisier Lumber Company in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center, handles Midland garage doors for residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. Midland Steel garage doors provide the best all-around value when appearance, security, durability, and low maintenance are desired. Boisier Lumber and Midland Doors take pride in providing their customers with top-quality products and superb customer service. Contact Boisier Lumber in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center, for Midland overhead doors sales and service.
Top Gun Customs knows that the insurance company wants you to do all the work for them. They want you to download the app, take the pictures, upload them, then they want you to accept the paltry check they think will repair your vehicle. No, no, no. Top Gun writes an accurate estimate, takes the photos, and explains the repair process to you. Let Bob and the guys take all the worries out of your repairs. Call Bob or Nancy at 563-964-9899 at Top Gun to schedule your repair today.
Hi, this is Tara Fink, psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner. Helping people bottom line is the biggest reason I chose a career in mental health. During my own struggles, it was difficult to find good support in this area. Therefore, I vowed to come back home to help meet the great need for mental health care in Northeast Iowa. I am available for consultations at both the Walk-On and Postville Clinic locations, offering assessment, diagnosis, and medication management for all mental illnesses.
Exceptional caring people, Veterans Memorial.
Inspiring changes to a happier, healthier you is what we do at Clayton Drug. We are committed to helping you achieve the highest quality of life possible. We are a full-service pharmacy offering services such as med packing to your home or mail delivery and online prescription refill. We also offer a cash pricing program on name brand and generic prescriptions. Call 563-245-2530 to find out more. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to serve us all in between.
Being good at life means getting your finances in order so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of experience, New York Life Insurance Company offers insurance and financial solutions you can benefit from while you're, well, living. For trusted guidance, contact your local agents, Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer, with your Vision Financial Group, proudly located and serving the beautiful Guttenberg community. Call Andy or Troy at 563-252-2471. Start planning today for peace of mind tomorrow. Your Vision Financial Group is not owned or operated by New York Life.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Walk-On. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle, or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors, where we've been selling cars the old-fashioned way, with a friendly smile and a handshake, right here next door in Elgin and Walk On.
War Eagle Stars Baseball is brought to you in part by Evans Chiropractic, The Edgewood Reminder, Nutrient Egg Solutions, The Market, a division of Kendrick Inc., Leonard Miller Funeral Home and Crematory in Manchester, Edgewood, and Strawberry Point, Electrotech in Guttenberg, Anna Mae Mosier CPA, CJ Moyna & Sons, Elkader Care Center and Kingston Court Assisted Living, Johnson's Restaurant and Reception Hall in Elkader, Community Insurance with offices in Edgewood and Delhi, and by Bloom's Flowers Gifts and More in Edgewood. We begin the On Deck show for tonight's game. We're joined by Clayton Ridge Central baseball coach Casey Czar. Coach, now your team 7-14. Good opening night win. Defeated Keyhigh 3-0. Tell me about that game.
Yeah, we came out really strong with the sticks. I felt like we got on the bases early and had a really, really strong performance out of Owen Hammersland on the mound. He has 69 pitches, 7 complete innings. And we backed him up defensively, so it was overall a great win.
All right, let's talk about your team offensively, and who's been leading you throughout this year offensively?
Yeah, the top of our order has been kind of pushing the way. Mason Lone leading off for us whenever he can get on. He's dangerous on the bases. And then kind of a core senior group there in the 2, 3, 4 slot of Seth Kragel, Dom Mass, and Carson Regnitz. When those bats are kind of going, we kind of get fired up on our end with the remaining guys getting going behind them. So definitely that core senior group in the 2, 3, 4 spot.
All right, now let's talk a little bit about pitching-wise. Who do you look to throw in this ball game today?
Yeah, no shocker here. We're going to go with Owen Hammersland again. He's been throwing really, really well. We just got to make sure that we limit walks and back him up defensively.
All right, now turning attention to Starmont. I know you played them very early in the season, dropped a 9-2 decision. Tell me about that game.
Yeah, earlier this year, we did play Starmont. It wasn't our best showing. We had a couple seniors gone for our Clayton Ridge, Florida trip, and just kind of earlier in the season, the bats aren't probably going as well. But I like where we're at right now offensively. The guys are seeing it well. We're working at bats, so hopefully we can get it going early and then maybe knock their starting pitcher out earlier than get to that bullpen.
All right, some of the other keys in the ball game for your team.
Yep, like I've talked about all year, we've got to limit 90 feet, so throw to the right bag, limit errors, and obviously with the walks, keep those numbers down. And if we can get on the bases early and start moving guys around, we should be good to go.
All right, obviously you guys with a nice tournament win there. Do you like the progress this team has made throughout the season?
Yeah, I talked to our kids a little bit, and you just got to keep showing up every day. Like if you put in the work, eventually it's going to pay off for yourself. We've had some guys kind of go through the ringer. They kind of learn about how they could do stuff differently, different approaches, or moving themselves in the box or moving themselves on the mound. It's just I'm really excited for the senior group, for them just to keep going out and competing as they've been with me for the last 5 years. It's my first group that's gone through 5, and I've just loved to see where they started and where they're kind of at right now and what they could do. So it's a fun group to watch. All
right, Coach, good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you afterwards.
Thanks, Dan.
Yes, Clayton Ridge Central baseball coach Casey Zarna's War Eagle program. The On Deck show continues after this.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Spring means the start of landscaping and construction season. Before you start any projects, make sure to get your utilities located and marked, including your fiber optic internet lines. Damaging underground lines can result in disruption in service. Call Iowa 811 at least 3 business days in advance of any project. It's free and can save you time and money. And be sure to include Alameda Clayton Electric Cooperative in any construction plans. Give us a call at 563-864-7611. Alameda Clayton Electric Cooperative, your touchstone energy provider.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Strawberry Building Supply offers all your building materials for residential and commercial projects. Whether you're building from the ground up, remodeling your home, or a weekend project, we have the materials you'll need. We are an authorized Milwaukee dealer for all your Milwaukee tools. Strawberry Building Supply also has everything you'll need for your pets and livestock. Stop into Strawberry Building Supply today at 413 West Mission Street, Strawberry Point, or call 563-933-4579.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
War Eagle Stars Baseball is brought to you in part by Silver Ridge Cooperative in Edgewood, Strawberry Point, and Delhi, Citizen State Bank, Monticello, Hopkinton, Ryan, Manchester, Winthrop, Strawberry Point, Springville, and New Vienna, member FDIC, and equal housing lender, Edgewood Convalescent Home and Lincolnwood Assisted Living, Northeast Iowa Sub Drains in Strawberry Point, Mobile Track Solutions in Elkader, David Balls, agent for Balls Insurance Agency in Elkader, Morris Funeral Home in Guttenberg and Garnavillo, and Rivertown Family Dentistry, Dr. Alicia Waukee in Guttenberg. We continue the On Deck show for tonight's game. We're joined by Starmont baseball coach Vinny Odeffer. Coach, her team now 22-9, defeated Edco in the opening round by a final score of 4-0. Tell me about that game.
Yeah, it was a good game, good defensive game. There wasn't too many hits. We pitched. Elliot Francis did a great job. He started out on the mound for us, and then Jaron Evans came in, and together combined, they only gave up a couple of hits. So that's what we expect out of them. They did a great job, and then Edco did a good job on defense too. Not many hits came by in that game, but I told the guys in the playoffs, as long as you got one more run than the other team, you advance. So that's all we need to do. So.
All right, let's talk about your team individually. I know this is a team that has had a number of guys contribute offensively. Tell me about some of those guys.
Yeah, so Jack Toll has been a guy that we can really count on. He's got, I think, close to over 30 RBIs already on this season. So. He's really ripping the cover off the ball for us, Jack Toll, and then Elliot Francis also has hit the ball well. Another guy that's really come around, our leadoff guy, our catcher, Hudson Popham. He started the year in a little bit of a slump. He'd always get on base for us, but he has really hit the ball well. He's made some changes to his swing, and he's a guy that's got on base a lot and been able to move guys around for us too. So Hudson Popham's a guy that, it's always nice when your leadoff guy can start you off with a hit, and against Edco, he had a nice one too.
All right, now, turning our attention pitching-wise, I know you got some options for tonight's ball game. Who do you look to start?
We look to start Elliot Francis again. He's been our guy, our number one, so the guys are comfortable behind him. So we'll start him, and I'm not sure how long we'll let him go. If he's looking good, we'll probably keep him in there, but Wyatt Opitz is another guy that we want to get in and get some pitches in tonight. So depending on how that game goes, Elliot will start for us, and then we want to get Wyatt Opitz in as well. Both of them have looked strong, so depending on how Clayton Ridge looks and how they're hitting, we might switch things up. Otherwise, we'll see how far Elliott can go.
All right, now, Clayton Ridge Central, I know you beat them earlier in the season, 9-2. What do you know about the War Eagles?
Well, I'm buddies with their coach, Casey Czar. He's a great coach. He does a good job scouting opponents and finding their weaknesses and their tendencies. So we expect them to try to do some things offensively against our defense. So maybe looking to take some bases and steal some bases. Last time, I think they stole, I think it was over five bases against us. So that's something that we've looked to shore up. But I know that they're going to be aggressive on the base pass, and they look to take advantage of any mistakes that you make. So they're well coached, and they're going to have us scouted. And those Hammerslam boys, they do a good job. They got guys that can put the ball in play. So we're going to have to play great defense, and then we're going to have to hit the ball ourselves and get around the bases, which they do a good job on defense. So it'll be another good defensive game, but we're going to look to hit and hold those guys on base.
All right, Coach. Good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you afterwards.
Thanks a lot, Dan.
You betcha. Starmont baseball coach Vinny Odeffer on his Stars program. The On Deck Show continues after this.
Central State Bank provides a complete line of lending services to help you get the best out of life. From home mortgages and equity loans to vehicle and personal loans. We have expert lending professionals who will work with you to provide options to address your needs. At Central State Bank, you won't deal with a branch or department. You'll deal with a banker who is dedicated to you. Central State Bank, member FDIC.
Mom, yeah, put that on my to-do list. There is more and more on my to-do list every day. I can hardly keep up, and I have to make sure everyone is paid. But who has time for the bills?
You know who can help with that?
Who?
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping. They not only do taxes, but specialize in bookkeeping services as well. Has your to-do list gotten too long? Want help? Give Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping a call at 563-245-2154.
Edgewood Auto and Towing is an automotive repair shop, tire dealer, and 24/7 towing service. We offer full service work on all autos and semis. Our highly skilled mechanics provide quality workmanship and will get you back on the road in a timely manner. Check out our current tire rebates by calling 563-928-7333 or stopping into Edgewood Auto and Towing for complete terms and conditions.
TNT Power Sports sells and services all makes and models of UTVs and ATVs. We have a nice selection of clean used units available along with new units. Contact Brian, Sawyer, or Tracy for your next UTV or ATV purchase. To keep your UTV or ATV in top-notch condition for work or play, schedule your service work with Brian or Nathan by calling 563-245-1100 or stop into TNT Power Sports north of Elkader on Highway 13 for all your sales or service work.
NEAT is connecting more and more homes and businesses to reliable fast broadband internet in Northeast Iowa. NEAT's fiber optic network has expanded and is now offering speeds up to 1 gig in and around Monona, Lowena, St. Olaf, Farmersburg, Postville, and surrounding rural areas. NEAT Fiber provides high-quality internet, television, and telephone services at the speed of light. For more information on how to upgrade your speed and services, visit NEITEL.com or call today 877-638-2122. NEAT, connecting you now.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards. They offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com, and you can even set up a free website for your fundraiser. Epic Wear, walk on. Call 563-568-2301 to place your order today.
War Eagle Stars Baseball is brought to you in part by Bender's Foods in Guttenberg, J&J Land Solutions in Edgewood, Rockwire Appliance and TV, the home of quality service with the lowest price guaranteed in Prairie du Chien, Waukon, Decorah, and Viroqua, Elkader Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammersland, Innovative Egg Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. Rivals Inc. Custom Gear, Screen Printing, Embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona. Furniture Showcase and All Wine, lighting showroom, flooring, furniture, and window treatments. Bacon Concrete in Postville. The Lowena Savings Bank, member FDIC. Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, and Myers Auto Service in Monona. Good evening, everybody. How you doing? Dan Barons along with Coach Mike Sass. We welcome you to Starmont. It is round number 2 in the boys district baseball tournament. A district semifinal tonight. Clayton Red Central taking on Starmont. We're back at full power on KCTN FM 100. We've got a great night for baseball. 2 teams that picked up strong pitching efforts in the opening night games on Friday.
Yeah, I think we'll probably be in for kind of the same thing tonight. Owen Hammersland going again, and Elliot Francis. I think we got the same starters as the other night.
Yep, in the ball game for Clayton Ridge Central the other night, Hammersland was outstanding, allowed 1 hit. Meanwhile, in the second game, Francis combined there with that young 8th grader in Evans. They only gave up 3 hits in their ball game. They won 4-0 over Edco, and once again, it was Clayton Ridge Central beating Keyhigh by a final score of 3-0. So the War Eagles come in 7-14. The Stars are 22-9, and they played early this season a ball game in which Starmont won 9-2. But again, it was game 2 or 3 for each. Very early in the season. In that game, the War Eagles had 4 errors. Starmont actually had 9 runs and only 6 hits in that game.
Yeah, it's hard to take away a whole lot when they played that early in the season. You know, usually see a lot of improvement, a lot of changes throughout the year. So I wouldn't put a whole lot of stock in that early game.
As we mentioned, offensively, both these teams struggle from time to time scoring runs. Not that they can't score there, but putting the ball into play is a big story for both of these teams this season. Meanwhile, offensively for Clayton Ridge Central, Griffin Hammersland from the leadoff spot batting .426. You have Seth Kregel batting 415. You talk about guys in their lineup there. Senior Dom Mass batting 459. Senior Carson Rignitz batting 397. Those guys, by the way, are right in the heart of the lineup there. And again, it starts with their table setter in Mason Lone, pretty good as a leadoff man.
Yeah, and then you got your RBI producers after that. Like most teams, they're looking to produce from the top of the lineup, and then anything they can get from the bottom is just a bonus.
Yeah, Mason Lone batting 380 on the season from the leadoff spot. So again, you look at their top 6, as good as anybody there, and Griffin Hammersland bats in the number 7 spot, so you can add that to the list as well. Meanwhile, for Starmont, Jack Toll had the big night for them the other nights. They have had a number of players contribute offensively. Toll leads them with 31 RBIs, batting 377, but Elliot Francis batting at a 410 clip, and also Wyatt Opitz has 22 RBIs, batting at a 312 clip. It's a team that they just try to manufacture runs.
Yeah, they're probably, pitching and defense is more the strength of their team, but they get 2, 3, 4 runs across. They feel pretty good about their chances to win.
All
with
right,
their pitching.
You mentioned pitching being their strength. Let's talk about first off the pitcher for Clayton Ridge and Owen Hammersland. Hammersland is a junior, and you looked at the stats the other night, and you're kind of like, wow, that's a heck of a performance, because he had only thrown 31 innings, allowed 15 earned runs, 12 earned runs, I should say, but struck out 24 in those 31 innings. But the other nights, he really helped bring down his ERA down to 3.39 after those 7 shutout innings on 69 pitches.
Yeah, just super efficient. The one thing we talked about all night was him getting that breaking ball over almost always on the first pitch for a strike. And I think that just really caught Key off guard, or really got him out of sorts. And we'll see if he's able to do that if he uses that same strategy tonight.
All right. Meanwhile, for Starmont, it was a decision. Who are we going to throw? We're going to go with Elliot Francis. Going to look at Wyatt Opitz. Again, they've got a bunch of guys that have thrown. Caden Baumgartner's throwing 30 innings. Tegan Raber, the 8th grader, is throwing 30 innings. And as we mentioned the other night, they brought in Jaron Evans for his 3rd appearance of the season, and he threw 3 shutout innings. So they are loaded pitching-wise. They will start with Elliot Francis, and at first, Starmont was leaning to maybe throw Wyatt Opitz, but I think they really like him at shortstop, and they know he is available in this ball game tonight.
Yeah, they've got a ton of pitching. What a luxury to have for a 1A school. And Francis, no slouch himself. And, yeah, you keep Opitz at shortstop, maybe makes your defense a little bit better, and he's always available to come in if you need him.
And, again, the winner of this ball game heads to the district final, and site to be determined, but if Southwind beats Turkey Valley tonight, that game likely will be at Calmer on Saturday night. We'll have updates on that game tonight with Turkey Valley and Southwind, as we know we'll have a game Saturday night, just don't know where we're heading. So we've got games the rest of the week here on KCTN FM 100, girls on Wednesday and Thursday, Friday as well, then boys again on Saturday. We'll talk more about that throughout our broadcast. Let's run down the lineup. First off for the Clayton Ridge War Eagles, Clayton Ridge Central, that is. Mason Lone, the second baseman, bats leadoff. Seth Kregel is the DH, batting second. He's DHing for left fielder Tate Hager. Dominique Matz, the first baseman, bats cleanup. Carson Rignitz, the catcher, bats fifth. Owen Hammersland, the pitcher, bats sixth. Isaac Lone is the shortstop. He'll actually bat in the number 6 spot. Rignitz is at 4. Mast is at 3. We were one off there. Isaac Lone again in the number 6 position, the shortstop. Griffin Hammersland, the third baseman, batting 7th. Kasten Oberbreckling, the center fielder, bats 8th. Colton Hager wears number 9, plays position number 9 in right field, and will bat number 9 in the lineup for Clayton Ridge Central. The lineup now for Starmont. Hudson Popham, the catcher, bats leadoff. Caden Baumgartner, the first baseman, bats second. Wyatt Opitz is the shortstop. He'll bat third. Elliot Francis, the pitcher, batting cleanup. Jack Toll, the left fielder, bats number 5. Jax Thomason, the center fielder, bats 6th. Alex Lincoln, the second baseman, bats 7th. Milton Cushion, the right fielder, batting 8th. Tegan Raber, the third baseman, bats in the number 9 spot. When we talk about keys in this ball game, I think it's going to be opportunities. Both teams are going to be aggressive on the base paths.
Yeah, both teams are going to look to run. Rignitz did a nice job the other night catching. Popham's a good catcher as well, so they're going to need to control that. But like you said, I think it's about capitalizing on your opportunities, not leaving a lot of runners stranded out there.
Clayton Ridge Central has stolen 101 bases on the season, and Starmont with 144 stolen bases on the season, though Starmont had 3 guys thrown out trying to steal in the ball game against Edco the other night. But these teams are going to stay aggressive, and really that's what it's all about. We just got to manufacture some runs because we know pitching-wise we should get great efforts.
Yeah, both teams are going to pitch well. So, yeah, like you said, you got to capitalize on those opportunities, play clean defense, and it's probably going to be a low-scoring, close game tonight.
We'll take a break. When we return, opening pitch from a beautiful night here at Starmont. Stars and War Eagles baseball on KCTN.
Are high bank fees draining your wallet? It's time for a change.
At People's State Bank, they believe in low fees that put you first.
Tired of being charged for using your debit card, sneaky paper statement fees, or monthly maintenance fees?
With People's State Bank's People's Checking Account, those fees are a thing of the past.
Worried about ATM fees?
At People's State Bank, they reimburse you for up to 3 ATM fees per month. They work hard to keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket.
Make the switch to People's State Bank today. Visit a branch near you or peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC.
Northern Country Co-op and Viafield are now Nexus Cooperative, your full-service ag partner supplying all your agronomy, energy, feed, grain, and lumber needs. Our highly knowledgeable and experienced team utilizes the latest technology in feed manufacturing, agronomy services, precision ag, plant and animal nutrition, energy products, and grain marketing to keep our customers ahead of the rest. Stop in today at any of our 26 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, or visit us online at nexus.coop.
The doctors and staff of Family Dentistry Associates of Monona encourage everyone to get out and support your local baseball and softball teams, enjoy the weather, and get your kids' summer checkups scheduled at Family Dentistry Associates in Monona. Call today to schedule 539-4651.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Brown's family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Brown's family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Brown's is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
The Clayton County Farm Bureau Beef Passport is your chance to support local restaurants, local farmers, and local beef all summer long. Pick up a passport and visit participating stops like Backwoods Bar and Grill, TD Sports Bar, and Gunda Roadhouse to enjoy featured beef items and collect stamps for prize entries. New this year, a digital passport option, a farmer's market stop, and no minimum number of stamps required to win. The Clayton County Farm Bureau Beef Passport runs now through August 31st.
War Eagle Stars Baseball is brought to you in part by Farmer Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, Elgin, and Wadena. Member FDIC. Car Auto Group online at karautogroup.com. Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah. Clayton County Recycling in Monona. TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont. Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door. Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont. Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg and Elkader. LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville. Ground Logs and Lumber in Elkader. Timber is a crop. Harvest wisely. St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, and by Nix Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg. Welcome back to Starmont, ready to go with our baseball game today here on KCTN FM 100 with Clayton Ridge Central and Starmont. And a beautiful night. The flag in center field is just holding down against the pole there, so we have no breeze tonight, which is a rarity here at Starmont. Meanwhile, we're up here down the right field line. Matter of fact, playing even with the right fielder, Milton Cushion. We were trying to set up behind the backstop area there to get a better view, but there was not a great signal there with our router, so we moved up here where we've done baseball games here before. Ironically, tonight, great crowd. We're joined by people out here tonight. As interesting as teams warmed up here, you had once again Owen Hammersland and Elliot Francis pitching side by side in the Starmont bullpen. That's the only bullpen they have here, and they're warming up there side by side.
Yeah, kind of a different situation. Don't see that a whole lot, but interesting. And we've got some people sitting in there now, so if we get some relievers this game, they may have to move.
Yep, and I would think the odds are we will likely see Again, some action in both these bullpens in tonight's ball game. So Mason Lone, Seth Kreigel, and Dominique Mast to lead things off here. That, once again, is the top of the lineup for the War Eagles. Defensively, Jack Toll is in left field for Starmont. Jax Thomason in center field. Milton Cushion is in right field. Around the horn defensively, at first pitch is low. Tegan Raber at third. Wyatt Opitz at short. Alex Lincoln is at second base. Caden Bumgarner at first. The catcher is Hudson Popham. And Elliot Francis is on the mound. And we have a few folks that have decided to sit in front of us. So hopefully we'll have them kind of move over a little bit. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and that is a ball. The count is 2-0. Francis, 4 shutout innings in the ball game the other night. And he did not walk anybody in that ball game. So here is now the offering. And the 2-0 pitch, and that swinging through it there is Lone, and the count is 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, shout out to Coach Olin there helping us out with the crowd control.
And again, we appreciate the help there. It's a little bit different for us. During the regular season, we're out here by ourselves doing a game. 2-1 pitch, and that pitch misses outside, and the count goes to 3 balls and a strike. So Francis falling behind on the leadoff hitter here with Lone. Going to have to rely on you for balls and strikes tonight because we're looking at the scoreboard, which is behind third base there. 3-1 pitch, and Lone hits a bouncing ball back to the mound, fielded easily by Francis. On the 3-1 pitch, gets Lone to bounce back to the mound. It's 1 up and 1 down for the War Eagles here in the first.
Yeah, I don't know if the scoreboard's working or if we just can't see it because of the sun.
I can see the guests, the home, in the inning, but the balls and strikes do not appear to be lighting up from here.
Yeah, I'll do my best here.
So Seth Kreigel is up to bat, the designated hitter. Kreigel, we mentioned his batting average this season, .415. Retiring Lone from the leadoff spot is with batting .380 is a break for Starmont. Curveball there, fired for a strike. The count is 0-1. Again, we saw both these pitchers on Friday night. Let's first talk about Elliot Francis.
Yeah, good fastball, good live arm, throws hard breaking pitch. Just good talent on the mound there.
0-1 pitch, swinging right through that pitch is Kreigel there. The count is 0-2. And Hammersland, really similar.
Yeah, similar. He really relied on that breaking pitch the other night. I'll be curious to see if he does that again and if Starmont's ready for that.
So 0-2 the count to Kreigel. 0-2 fastball, swinging right through it there is Kreigel. First strikeout of the night by Francis, out number 2 here in the first. Brings up Dominique Mast now. The catcher, actually first baseman in this ball game tonight, certainly has done a lot of catching this year as well. Mast batting .459 in the season, having an outstanding senior season. And you look at the lineup here with Kreigel, Mast, and Rignitz. They've got seniors 3, 4, and 5 spots in the lineup. And the first pitch there, I believe, was a strike. And the count is 0-1. So crowd, believe it or not, continuing to file in, even though we're after 7 o'clock here. Late arriving crowd tonight. 0-1 pitch, curveball, bouncing ball, headed to the shortstop. Wyatt stays down on it. Nope, he's going to unable to pick it up there on the edge of the infield. He went down a little too late on it, and the ball did not come up to him. Mast is safe on the air. 2-out base runner for the War Eagles.
Yeah, just didn't quite get that in-between hop there, and not able to make that play.
Stayed back on it, maybe a little bit longer than he should have there, and charged in on it late. So a 2-out base runner for the War Eagles.
Mast, slowly hit ball.
Yes, and Mast stays in to run. Again, has only 1 stolen base this year, but being a senior, they like the smarts he has on the base path, as Carson Rignitz is now up to bat. First pitch to Rignitz, swings right through a curveball. The count is 0-1. Rignitz batting-wise this year, .397, just short of the .400 average. And you have Mast a short lead at first base. And the 0-1 offering there is a fastball high. The count is 1-1. So both these teams defensively played really well in the ball game on Friday night. Made the routine plays they needed to. It was Edco that made the better defensive plays for anybody that played Friday night.
Right.
1-1 pitch. Rignitz swings through the outside curveball. It's a ball and 2 strikes. But don't you love to see a crowd like we have tonight for this ball game?
Yeah, a lot of people here.
Bleachers there full. We mentioned people still coming in. Somebody out by themselves at the 395 sign in left field. 1-2 pitch. Swinging through it is Rignitz. Second strikeout recorded there by Francis, and that does it for the War Eagles. No runs, no hits. They leave 1. We've played 1/2 inning. War Eagles, nothing. Starmont coming to bat.
At Freedom Bank, we're proud to cheer on the hometown athletes who give it their all. You'll see us in the stands, on the sidelines, and throughout our communities, supporting the players, coaches, and families who make Northeast Iowa a great place to call home. Whether it's on the field or in your financial life, we're here to help you reach your goals. Visit us in Elkader, Monona, Postville, or Waukon and experience the difference of a 100% employee-owned community bank. Freedom Bank. We empower success.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
So we now go to the bottom of the first inning. Hudson Popham, Caden Bumgartner, Wyatt Opitz, top of the lineup for the Stars. For Clayton Ridge Central defensively, Tate Hager is in left field, Keston Oberbreckling in center, Colton Hager in right field. Around the horn defensively, Griffin Hammersland is at third, Isaac Lone at second, Mason Lone, actually Isaac is at short, Mason Lone is at second, so you've got the Lone brothers up the middle defensively. Dominic Mast is at first base, Carson Rignitz the catcher, Owen Hammersland is the pitcher. Got the Hager boys playing on the corners of the outfield, Lone boys up the middle defensively for Clayton Ridge Central, family affair.
And we got the Hammerslands too, pitcher and third.
So it's, again, that's a team, isn't it?
Yeah.
So to lead things off, once again, now is Hudson Popham, the catcher. Popham batting .244 on the season, but the on-base percentage has been over .400. Takes a curveball there. The pitch is outside. The count is 1-0. Again, Hammersland in the ballgame the other night started most batters out with a curveball, and he starts that way here. And now delivers the 1-0 pitch, and that's a fastball upstairs. The count is 2-0.
Yeah, the difference is most of those were for strikes the other night.
He was ahead on quite a few batters. I mean, it was a crisp, like I said, throwing less than 10 pitches an inning is impressive.
Very efficient.
And again, he is now 2-0. 2-0 pitch, fastball, and Popham hits a bouncing ball to the left there of the third baseman, Griffin Hammersland. Picks it up, the throw across the diamond. It is not in time. Safe at first base will be Popham. An air charged on the play. Griffin Hammersland rolled to the left, had an opportunity, just didn't pick it clean.
Yeah, good range there by Hammersland, but not quite able to get that in his glove cleanly.
Popham, 21 of 22 stolen base-wise this year. So Caden Bumgartner is up to bat. Bumgartner batting .325. Let's see if the Stars play for a run here early, as Owen Hammersland is from the stretch. And the offering there is a curveball there inside. The count goes to 1-0. Beautiful night, as we mentioned here, to watch ball. Game time temperatures, mid to upper 80s across the area. But again, a lot better than what it was last week.
Yeah.
So 1-0 is the count to Bumgartner. 1-0 offering is a nice curveball, but stayed upstairs. Count goes to 2-0. So we've already seen the first two batters here, a rarity. Hammersland falling behind on the count. That wasn't the case on Friday night at all.
Right, he's sticking with that curveball, but not locating it for a strike yet.
2-0 offering, fastball upstairs, and the count goes to 3-0. Well, we know both teams have every arm available tonight. So the other night, Clayton Ridge Central, their plan was to go with Owen Hammersland, then Griffin Hammersland, but the way Owen was throwing, there was no reason to take him out. 3-0 pitch, it is a fastball, it is high, it is ball number 4. So 2 on here, nobody out for Starmont, threatening in the bottom of the first inning. Wyatt Opitz, the shortstop, is up to bat.
Yeah,
Opitz batting .312 on the season, has 22 RBIs, Stars in business, and Coach Czar quickly taking time here with nobody out in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, not a great start for Clayton Ridge Central. Probably a good time out here by Coach Czar. Just get everyone refocused. Nothing's hurt yet. They can still get out of this inning, but time to bear down for sure.
Settle down a little bit here. So, yes, a heads-up time out there by Coach Czar. And the other thing you talk about, second and first, bunt coverage. Make sure we're doing what we're supposed to be doing here.
Right.
As you figure, Starmont is a team that's certainly going to try to play for a run, but they only have, as far as sacrifice-wise this year, only one sacrifice all year long.
Yeah, and I think Opitz is definitely one of your better hitters, so I don't know if you want him bunting right now.
He's batting third.
Yeah.
Maybe later stages of the ball game if you're playing for a run, but early you're probably trying to play for a big inning.
Yep, get that crooked number up there.
So Opitz is up to bat. The runner is not being held at first, and the middle will work the runner at second base in Popham. So Opitz, first pitch there is a curveball. He bunts, and it is foul up the third base line. Well,
so what do we know?
Yeah, exactly. So Opitz bunted the first ball there. And as we mentioned, Starmont, a team that, and most high school teams, don't sacrifice a lot.
Right. And if they could get these runners in, that would be huge for them. So I understand this bunt.
And put two into scoring position. Yep. You've got Francis and Toll coming up there. Toll's your leading hitter. Yep. So 0-1. The Eagles in at first base, and Opitz swings away. It's a bouncing ball. Shortstop alone has the ball go by him. Everybody stays put. I had a tough angle at that. Everybody advances a base, but what happened there on the play?
Yeah, I think shortstop there, Isaac Lone, he was covering second, and then just to get back to his position, just a little bit out of position to field that one, and just not able to get to it. I think it ends up being a single.
Yeah, I've got a pole standing in the way.
Yeah.
So bases are loaded. And here we have a runner out at third base. They're going to call interference, aren't they?
Okay.
Yep.
And then that might have been part of why Isaac Lone not able to get that ball.
So Opitz is a fielder's choice. Popham out on runner's interference. So that caused the disruption, made it a little tougher for Isaac Lone. So Francis up to bat with runners on second and first. First pitch hits a fly ball. This is towards right center field. Oberbreckling makes the play. They'll hold the runners, and it's two quick outs here after runners on second and first and nobody out. Now 2 outs here for the Stars.
Yeah, and again, good timeout by Coach Czar because they were in trouble to begin the game, and now the one pitch away from getting out of this inning.
Jack Toll is up to bat. Toll's batting average, we mentioned, he is the leader for them offensively, batting .377 on the season. Well, Francis actually better average-wise, but Toll has the better power numbers this year, driving in 32. Mast plays behind the runner at first base. Second baseman holds on the runner at first. Meanwhile, here's a bouncing ball. Shortstop alone does not come up with it cleanly and has nowhere to go. He was looking to maybe go to third for a force out. He was heading in that direction. Couldn't pick it up cleanly. It'll be an air charge on the play, and the base is now loaded for Starmont.
Yeah, that one Lone just didn't stay down on and tried to come up a little too quick, and the ball just stayed on the ground.
Jax Thomason is up to bat. Though the average is at 200, he has driven in 19 runs this year, and time taken by Carson Rignitz, the catcher, to go talk with Owen Hammersland.
And I believe had a triple the other night.
Yep, so this is a case where the Stars have loaded the bases. They have not taken advantage of 2 errors and a walk so far. So here is the offering to Thomason, and Thomason lifts a bouncing ball fielded by Lone, bobbles it, tries to pick it up. The throw to second, it is not in time. The runner going from second to third. Opitz was able to avoid him. There is not interference called. It's another error by the War Eagles, which leads to a run. It is now 1-0, and the bases still loaded. Third error of the inning for Clayton Ridge Central.
Yeah, Isaac Lone just kind of having a tough inning right now. I don't know if that runner interference maybe got in his head, and he's looking for runners now, I think, coming in front of him.
Well, and another play there where the runner was right by him.
Yeah, it was close. All these plays, the runners have been right there, so I kind of wonder if that's in his head a little bit.
Alex Lincoln, it's a foul ball that's up by us, by the batting cage. It'll hit the batting cage, and the count is 0-1. Lincoln, the second baseman, up to bat, the 7th batter of the inning. Lincoln batting .158 on the season, 6 hits in 38 at-bats. So the base is loaded. Opitz is at third, Toll at second, Thomason is at first, as that pitch there was a ball.
Yep.
And the count is 1-1. And 3 errors in the inning, but only 1 on the board, so the War Eagles may feel fortunate if they get out of this without any more damage.
Yeah, they should feel fortunate.
1-1 pitch there. It's a fastball called strike on the outside. It's a ball and 2 strikes. So the Stars putting the ball in play. And we mentioned the last time these two teams played, the War Eagles had 4 errors in that ball game. Here's 3 in the first inning.
Yeah.
So 1-2 is the count. Curveball, it's a bouncing ball. Third baseman Griffin Hammersland picks it there, steps on the bag for the force out at third, and that does it for the Stars. But they pick up a run. They do it without a hit. Helped out by 3 errors, they leave the bases loaded. We go to the top of the second. 1-0, the early lead for Starmont. Hey sports fans, take a time out to call Garms Financial Services for all your insurance needs. Whether you need auto, home, farm, health, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services and Grinnell Mutual has you covered. You'll receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Owner Brian Bugenhag, along with his staff, look forward to serving all your insurance needs. Call them today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services, located in Elkader and now also in Monona, your trusted choice agency.
The vets and vet techs at Veterinary Associates of Clayton County offer a wide variety of services for all animals. We believe in treating every patient as if they were our own pet and give them the same loving attention and care they receive from you. Call our office at 563-245-1633 to make an appointment today. The Veterinary Associates of Clayton County are proud sponsors of Central Elkader Sports.
War Eagle Stars Baseball is brought to you in part by Evans Chiropractic, The Edgewood Reminder, Nutrient Egg Solutions, The Market, a division of Kendrick Inc., Leonard Miller Funeral Home and Crematory in Manchester, Edgewood, and Strawberry Point, Electrotech in Guttenberg, Anime Mosier CPA, CJ Moyna & Sons, Elkader Care Center and Kingston Court Assisted Living, Johnson's Restaurant and Reception Hall in Elkader, Community Insurance with offices in Edgewood and Delhi, and by Bloom's Flowers, Gifts, and More in Edgewood. Top of the second inning, 1-0 Starmont in the lead. Owen Hammersland, Isaac Alone, Griffin Hammersland to lead things off. That is 5, 6, and 7 in the lineup. The left-handed hitting Owen Hammersland. We mentioned that Owen Hammersland pitches with the right hand. Here's the first pitch from Francis. That's a strike on the outside. Count is 0-1. Bats left-handed. Shoots basketball left-handed.
Yeah, it kind of just mixes it in there a little bit.
So almost ambidextrous.
Yep.
So the 0-1 pitch, breaking ball out and away. The count is 1-1.
I believe Golf's left-handed, but that would make sense if he swings a bat left-handed.
Sure. So again, evened up is the count. Francis in his second inning of work. War Eagles giving up a run with 3 errors in the first inning. Fortunate to get out of that. And here's a 1-1 pitch. That's lined into center field directly at Thomason. Thomason takes a couple of steps in, hit hard by Owen Hammersland, but he lines out to center field for out number 1.
Yeah, just right at the center fielder. Good hard hit ball, but nice play by Thomason and 1 out.
Owen Hammersland batting .259 on the season, retired. Isaac Lone is up to bat. Lone this season, his batting average has been at .290. A senior in the lineup there for Clayton Ridge Central. And 1 out, top of the second inning. Last night's ball game, 1 run was scored in the first inning. Here's a swing and a strike to Isaac Alone. The count is 0-1. It was the leadoff batter that reached, scored a run, and we had no other scoring the rest of the way.
Yeah, second batter scored tonight, so that'd be interesting if we get the same thing.
High fastball, Alone tried to check his swing, did not, and the count is now 0-2. Francis again throws hard. Breaking ball, not a slow curveball, but it's certainly enough to cause problems, especially if he spots it. 0-2 pitch. There's a fastball. Lone caught looking. Strikeout number 3 recorded there by Francis, and it's out number 2 here in the second.
Yeah, Francis really seems to be dealing tonight, finding his spots, throwing hard. 3 strikeouts already.
And that with 2 outs will bring up Griffin Hammersland, the third baseman. Hammersland batting .426. 26 of 61 on the season from the number 7 spot in the lineup.
Yeah, you don't see those numbers in a 7 batter very often.
And he has had an outstanding sophomore season. Curveball fouls it back. The count is 0-1. Again, we're a little bit away from the action tonight in this ball game, and it has to do with, again, the signals that we use for the router, stuff like that, technology. We've had lots of fun with that. And we continue to have fun with that.
Great when it works.
Yeah, 0-1 is the count. 0-1 offering, and Griffin Hammersland got a piece of that one, fouled it away, and the count is 0-2. So ahead on the count, Francis threw 4 sharp innings in the ball game the other night, and let's see what kind of a rope they give him with in this ball game tonight. And again, they will have plenty of arms available. And here is the offering from Francis, the 0-2 pitch. It is a fastball swinging through. The high fastball is Hammersland. Strikeout number 4 recorded by Francis. And that does it for the War Eagles. They go down in order in the top of the second. 1-0, Starmont in the lead.
Looking for the best suppressors with seamless service? Interested in helping protect your hearing or have questions on the NFA process? Head to Stronghold Corp, your one-stop shop for premium suppressors and unbeatable expertise. Whether you're a seasoned shooter or first-time buyer, we can get the best brands and latest models to fit your needs. Enjoy hassle-free eForms electronic fingerprint processing with our state-of-the-art Cerberus live scan system. Contact us today by heading to stronghold-corp.com for more information. Stronghold Corp, where silence meets precision.
Boisier Lumber Company in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center, handles Midland garage doors for residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. Midland Steel Garage Doors provide the best all-around value when appearance, security, durability, and low maintenance are desired. Boisier Lumber and Midland Doors take pride in providing their customers with top-quality products and superb customer service. Contact Boisier Lumber in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center, for Midland overhead doors sales and service.
Top Gun Customs knows that the insurance company wants you to do all the work for them. They want you to download the app, take the pictures, upload them, then they want you to accept the paltry check they think will repair your vehicle. No, no, no. Top Gun writes an accurate estimate, takes the photos, and explains the repair process to you. Let Bob and the guys take all the worries out of your repairs. Call Bob or Nancy at 563-964-9899 at Top Gun to schedule your repair today.
Bottom of the second inning, Milton Cushion, Tegan Raber, and Hudson Popham to lead things off. First pitch there is a strike, and the count is 0-1. 8-9-1 in the lineup, by the way, for Starmont. Cushion batting .208 on the season. One of your golfers, correct?
Yes, yep.
And here's a bouncing ball. Shortstop alone, bobbles it, and picks it up. The throw to first off the bag. Safe at first base will be Cushion. Lone in the area to field it there. Just didn't come up with it cleanly. And then the throw, which he did have some time, pulled Mast off the bag there, Mast I should say, and an error charged on the play.
Yeah, it was hit hard, so he did have a chance, but Cushion runs well down the line as well.
Tegan Raber is up to bat. Bottom of the lineup now. Leadoff runner on for Starmont. They were not overly aggressive in the first inning as Hammersland steps off and throws it over to first base. But Cushion is 15 of 16 stolen base-wise, so with the bottom of the lineup up to bat here, they may try to see if they can get somebody in the scoring position to give the top of the lineup a chance.
Right.
So Hammersland from the stretch, and again goes over to first base, but he's just stepping off, not a spin move at all, just enough to let you know I'm thinking about you.
Yep, keep him honest over there.
And he'll work again. But you figure that they will be looking to be on the move at some point here in this game. And again, here is now the offering, a fastball high. The count is 1-0, so getting behind on the count. If you're talking about Rignitz, catching-wise this year, as far as throwing batters out, they have thrown out some batters this year. Clayton Ridge Central has. I believe 7 they've thrown out in the season. And here's the 1-0 pitch. They look to bunt. Stabbing at it was Raber. Misses it. And actually got a piece of it, fouled back, and the count is a ball into strikes.
Yeah, I think kind of a combination sacrifice bunt for a base hit there.
Yeah, and as an 8th grader, your job may be let's just lay this down, huh?
Yeah. I don't know how much confidence Coach O'Duffer has in him, but yeah, I think as an 8th grader, just tell him to get that thing down.
And again, 7 runners thrown out by Clayton Ridge Central catchers. Pitch upstairs, count goes to 2-1, a curveball from Griffin Hammersland. So a runner on, bottom of the second inning of a 1-0 Starmont lead. Owen Hammersland having to work quite a bit more in this ball game than what he did on Friday night. And Hammersland now looks to deliver the 2-1 pitch, and that ball is lined into left field. It's a base hit. Rolling around from second will be Cushion. He'll go to third. He'll stand up there. It's a base hit. Runners on the corners. Second hit of the ball game for the Stars. Nobody out. They're threatening here in the second.
Yeah, good hit there by Raber, and good base running by Cushion. He read that was going to get down, and didn't hesitate going around second. Allows him to get to third standing up.
So now you're at the top of the lineup for Starmont. Second, third, and first, rather. Hudson Popham reached on an error in the first inning, but then was called out on runners interference, going from second to third. Rignitz calls out the third and first defensive situation, what they want to run here for the War Eagles. And let's see if they continue to stay aggressive on the base paths. Starmont, which they've been known for, they're off and running. It's a bunt, fielded there by Hammersland. Owen Hammersland, he'll go to first. The runner stays at third base. Popham really kind of tried to bunt what looked like for a hit, but it went back near the mound to Owen Hammersland. The play is out at first base. Raber advances to second, and that's it. But it's out number 1 without a run scoring.
Yeah, I'm a little confused on that, but maybe, he was trying to bunt for a base hit, I'm guessing, and just didn't get it to where he wanted to put it.
And it wasn't a safety squeeze because Cushion really never kind of leaned off the bag, but Owen Hammersland never really looked back the runner either.
Right. He may have caught it early that he wasn't really looking to go. But
so Caden Bumgartner is up to bat. Bumgartner scored the first run. Pitch outside there. The count is 1-0. So the Stars left the bases loaded in the first. They have second and third and 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. They did push across a run in the first inning, and they try to add on to a 1-0 lead as Owen Hammersland continues to work from the stretch. And the 1-0 pitch, Bumgartner takes it high, and the count is now 2-0. So falling behind on another hitter here.
Yeah, it's a little different than the other night.
Yeah, he was just cruising, and that was just a complete game performance. 2-0 is the count. The 2-0 offering, taking it inside, but it's a called strike. Is Bumgartner kind of leaned back a bit, but it was a called strike.
Yeah, there's that good curveball that he had the other night. He's got to find that earlier in the count.
2 balls and a strike, throwing that on 2-0, so he's still confident in that pitch. 2-1 is the count. And the offering there, and it's a bouncing ball. Pass to drawn in infield. It goes into left center field. That's a base hit. Scoring from third is Cushion. Raber scores standing up from second. It's a base hit. 2 RBIs for Caden Baumgartner, and it's 3-0 Starmont in the lead.
Yeah, good piece of hitting by Baumgartner, and I think it helped that the infield was in there. Got by Lone at shortstop.
And again, early in the ball game, they don't expect this game to involve a lot of runs being scored, kind of similar to the other night. We jokingly said first 1 to 3 maybe wins this ball game. So you do play with the infield in early in this ball game, and now it's 3-0.
Right, and those are 3 big runs the way Starmont pitches the ball.
Wyatt Opitz is up to bat. He was safe, or actually out on a fielder's choice. He lifts a high fly ball to left field. Tate Hager drifting back there, a good 25 feet in front of the fence, makes the play routinely for out number 2. Baumgartner heads back to first base after the second out.
Yeah, Opitz just missed that one. Hit it pretty deep to left, but just got under it a little too much.
And like we said, a rare night here at Starmont with the wind just not a factor in this game at all.
Yeah.
Usually blown out here traditionally.
Right, and that flag is just hanging, just limp out there.
So a runner at first base in Baumgartner, certainly a threat to run for the Stars, but they haven't been overly aggressive yet. But with 2 outs, they are not going to be aggressive yet. As the pitch goes inside, it's ball number 1 to Francis. Francis again flew out to right field. Lights are on here. Don't need to be, but let's play with them on. We're going to get there eventually.
Yep.
Although both these teams played ball games in under an hour and a half the other night. Curve ball, that's across for a strike.
Yeah, there's a chance we end up not needing them tonight. But in case we do, they're on, they're going.
1-1 is now the count, evened up, as they try to limit the damage here with already 2 runs on the board for Starmont. 2-1 pitch, and that's a foul ball up the third baseline. Coach Odeffer will let it go by. The count is now a ball and 2 strikes. Coach Odeffer wearing a pullover tonight. So is his assistant coach at first base.
Yeah, it's got to be warm.
I would think a little warm tonight. Everybody else, we're even in shorts.
Yeah.
Shirts.
They look good, but it's got to be warm.
And here's another curveball. It's a high fly ball to left field. Hager able to get a good look at it. He trots in, makes the play for the 3rd out of the inning. But for the Stars, they pick up 2 runs. They do it on 2 hits. They leave a runner. We've played 2. 3-zip. Starmont in the lead.
Hi, this is Tara Fink, psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner. Helping people, bottom line, is the biggest reason I chose a career in mental health. During my own struggles, it was difficult to find good support in this area. Therefore, I vowed to come back home to help meet the great need for mental health care in Northeast Iowa. I'm available for consultations at both the Walk-On and Postville Clinic locations, offering assessment, diagnosis, and medication management for all mental illnesses.
Exceptional caring people, Veterans Memorial.
Inspiring changes to a happier, healthier you is what we do at Clayton Drug. We are committed to helping you achieve the highest quality of life possible. We are a full-service pharmacy offering services such as med packing to your home or mail delivery and online prescription refill. We also offer a cash pricing program on name brand and generic prescriptions. Call 563-245-2530 to find out more. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to serve us all in between.
War Eagle Stars Baseball is brought to you in part by Silver Ridge Cooperative in Edgewood, Strawberry Point, and Delhi, Citizen State Bank, Monticello, Hopkinton, Ryan, Manchester, Winthrop, Strawberry Point, Springville, and New Vienna, member FDIC, and equal housing lender, Edgewood Convalescent Home and Lincolnwood Assisted Living, Northeast Iowa Sub Drains in Strawberry Point, Mobile Track Solutions in Elkader, David Balls, agent for Balls Insurance Agency in Elkader, Morris Funeral Home in Guttenberg and Garnavillo, and Rivertown Family Dentistry, Dr. Alicia Waukee in Guttenberg. Top of the 3rd inning, 3-0 Starmont in the lead. Castin Oberbreckling, Colton Hager, Mason Lone, 8-9-1 in the lineup. First pitch there is a strike. The count is 0-1. So here we are moving along very quickly. Elliot Francis has yet to allow a hit in the first 2 stages of this ball game. Now in inning number 3, he has been sharp here. The 0-1 pitch to Castin Oberbreckling takes it. It's a called strike. The count is 0-2. Castin Oberbreckling, 292 on the season. As the number 8 hitter up to bat. Colton Hager, as we mentioned, the number 9 spot is up to bat. These guys did put the ball in play the other nights. 0-2 pitch, swinging through the fastball. There is Oberbreckling. That's the 3rd strikeout in a row. 5th K recorded by Francis. And it's out number 1 here in the 3rd. He's dealing.
He is dealing. And not only a 3rd strikeout in a row, but 9 straight strikes.
So think about it, it's not the immaculate inning, but it's pretty close.
It would be if it was all in one inning. Yeah, he's done it to 3 straight batters.
So Colton Hager now up to bat. First pitch to Hager, lifts a high fly ball. This is to left center field. Drifting over there in center field is Thomason. He'll call for it, makes the play in left center field. Hager flies out for out number 2. 2 up and 2 quick down here in the third.
Yeah, Francis is in control tonight, throwing a lot of strikes.
And that will bring up now Mason Lone, the second baseman. Lone bounced back to the mound in his first at-bat. So up to bat here in the top of the third inning. And again, this is the top of the lineup for Clayton Ridge Central. And Francis looking to deliver the first pitch there and fouled back out of play. The count is 0-1. So great night for ball, great atmosphere here and against two teams that have had strong pitching. And again, looking to go to Saturday night against Turkey Valley or Southwind. There's a breaking ball outside. They appealed to first base. He did not go. And I believe the count now is a ball and a strike. At the end of the first inning, Southwind and Turkey Valley are scoreless. So maybe started a little bit later there tonight.
Yeah, something must have.
Or a long first inning anyway. A 1-1 pitch, bouncing ball, second baseman, that is Lincoln. Lincoln gets to it, ranging to his left, flips it on over to Bumgartner, and it's a 1-2-3, top of inning number 3. We go to the bottom of the third, still 3-0, Starmont in the lead.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Walk-On. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Walk On.
Being good at life means getting your finances in order so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of experience, New York Life Insurance Company offers insurance and financial solutions you can benefit from while you're, well, living. For trusted guidance, contact your local agents, Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer with your Vision Financial Group, proudly located and serving the beautiful Guttenberg community. Call Andy or Troy at 563-252-2471. Start planning today for peace of mind tomorrow. Your Vision Financial Group is not owned or operated by New York Life.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Jack Toll followed by, once again, Jax Thomason, Alex Lincoln. That will be 5, 6, and 7. In the lineup, first pitch was a ball to Toll. Toll was safe on an error, takes a breaking ball. That's across for a strike. The count is 1 ball and a strike. Starmont a run in the first, 2 in the second. As Caden Bumgartner has had a hand in all 3 runs. He scored the first run and drove in the last 2. 1-1 curveball fouled back by Toll. And it goes to a ball and 2 strikes. So again, Saturday night would be the district semifinal. Whoever advances out of that district semifinal would then go to, once again, a sub-state final, which would be played a week from tonight. Site, time to be determined. 0-2 pitch and swinging through it there. Toll fouled it up the third baseline, rather. I lost his bat.
Yeah, I think it was a strikeout.
So
if he got a piece, the catcher held on.
And they're snapping it around the horn, and he did. He lost the bat in the process.
Yeah, that's what threw us there, but that went flying.
So it's a strikeout, and it's strikeout number 1 for Owen Hammersland. Jax Thomason now up to bat. Thomason, the center fielder, safe on an error, his last at-bat. Again, it's one bad thing about being a little bit away. The good news is we're up a little bit,
right?
So that is a lot easier to do games. There's a breaking ball high. Count is 1-0. But tonight you've got that clear sky, so from our angle, it might be a little tough to look at the fly balls there. But I think for our outfielders, they're in good shape. Fastball upstairs, count is 1-1. Got some either wearing sunglasses or you got the blackout.
Yep.
So they're in good shape. But the sun setting behind us.
I was going to say, and the sun behind the outfielders should help them too.
Yeah, absolutely. Offering there, taking a pitch for a strike is Thomason, and it goes to 2 balls and a strike. 1 out, bottom of inning number 3. The War Eagles have committed 4 errors in the first 2 innings of this game, and it's 3-0. 1-1 curveball inside, And it's now actually 3 balls and a strike. That was a 2-1 curveball, so 3-1 is now the count. Getting towards the bottom of the lineup for Starmont, and that's who started their second inning. The 8-9 hitters both reach.
Yeah, that's a bonus when you get those runners on.
And Owen Hammersland will try to battle back. 3-1 pitch, swinging through the pitch there is Thomason, and we're now evened up at a full count, actually. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So 3-2 is the count, as Owen Hammersland trying to come back here, has issued 1 walk so far. 3-2 pitch. It is a fly ball there into right field, and that ball is going to be tracked down by Colton Hager. Soft line out there, and Thomason retired for out number 2.
Yep, good job by Hager, reading that well in right field.
I never saw that ball until Hager was coming in over in right field. Alex Lincoln is up to bat. Lincoln was safe on a fielder's choice back in the first inning. He is 0 for 1. And Owen Hammersland looking for his first 1-2-3 inning tonight. Curveball there, gets it across a strike. And again, he was so good against Keyhigh the other night with that curveball on the first pitch.
Right there is what we saw all night versus Keyhigh.
Yep.
I haven't seen it all that much tonight.
0-1 pitch there, another curveball, slow bouncing ball that is fouled up the third baseline, but the count is 0-2, went back to the curveball. But yeah, he had a ton of confidence in that pitch the other night. Got it, and again, getting ahead, staying ahead.
Boy, it
it's
helps.
Not rocket science.
Yeah, yep.
And gives you the option to do a lot of things with a 0-2, 1-2 count. Fastball there outside, and it's now a ball and 2 strikes. A lot of times you get to 0-2, 1-2, try to go with a high fastball there, and if that doesn't work, the next pitch you try to go low and away, change the eye level. 1-2 pitch, it is high, and the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes, so evened up.
Yep, and then you can always come back with that curve anytime as well.
So get ahead. Lots of options, which surprises me that most teams don't focus on throwing a first pitch strike.
Yep.
2-2 pitch, and swinging through that pitch, there is Lincoln. Second strikeout of the inning. Both Ks coming from Owen Hammersland this inning, and that does it for the Stars. They go down in order for the first time tonight. We've played 3-zip, Starmont in the lead.
At Alameda Clayton Electric Cooperative, we provide more than energy. We also provide ideas to help keep you safe. Electricity can travel down the strings of kites or balloons that contact power lines. Have children use these toys in open areas, away from overhead lines. Keep metallic balloons indoors, as they are highly conductive. Teach children that if a toy gets into power lines or a substation, they should tell an adult to call the power company. They should not retrieve it themselves. At ACEC, we care about keeping you safe. That's the power of human connections. Alameda Clayton Electric Cooperative, your touchstone energy cooperative.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
So we go now here to the top of the 4th inning already. Seth Kragel, Dominic Mast, Carson Rignitz, 2, 3, and 4 in the War Eagle lineup. Elliot Francis is on the mound here once again for Starmont in his 4th inning of work. He has yet to allow a hit. As a matter of fact, only 1 base runner. That came via the air. So to lead things off here is Kragel, a strikeout victim in the first. Hits a bouncing ball, slow roller. Second baseman charges it. Lincoln flips it underhand to the first baseman, Baumgartner. Kragel bounces out to second. And again, 1 pitch, 1 out, just like that here in the 4th.
Yeah, Francis has been extremely efficient. 30 pitches through the first 3 innings.
So we talk about the other nights, averaging only less than 10 pitches an inning. He's doing that right now, averaging at 10 an inning, which gives you so many options.
Yeah, and they have plenty of arms anyway.
Dominic Mast, the lone base runner for the War Eagles in this ball game, as he was safe on an error back in the first inning. So they're still looking for their first hit. The offering to Mast takes a pitch outside. The count is 1-0. Want to remind you our softball tournament coverage continues tomorrow night on KCTN. It's Midland at Clayton Ridge. And I should say at Edco. Yeah. I was thinking about Clayton Ridge in the game last night. Pitch is high. The count is 2-0. I was going to say that Clayton Ridge softball dropping that decision last night, Midland, the underdog, winning that ball game, just like Clayton Ridge Central, the underdog against Keyhigh the other night, didn't have the great record as the 2-0 pitch fouled out of play. Makes tournament time great, doesn't it?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Even if you're the favorite, you better come ready to play.
So Dominic Mast up to bat. So again, it is Midland at Edco. Edco won the 2 regular season meetings by identical 11-0 scores. 2-1 pitch fouled back out of play 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And I think that should be cautionary for the Edco girls. They probably are a heavy favorite, but you still got to come to play.
Yep, and that, again, they haven't played since the end of the regular season, which they dropped 2 decisions to Lisbon to close the season. So the 2-2 offering, Mass takes a called strike 3. 6th strikeout recorded there by Francis. Second out here in the 4th.
Yeah, he is really dealing tonight.
And that will bring up now, once again, Carson Rignitz. Rignitz, the catcher, a strikeout victim, his last at-bat. So he got 6 Ks in 3 2/3 innings. So again, that will be at 7 o'clock tomorrow night in Colesburg. And the first offering to Rignitz, breaking ball, popped up. Catcher giving a chase there is Popham. Popham goes to the backstop area, and I believe that will make it out of play. The count is 0-1. And Thursday night, we'll head to Charles City. North Fayette Valley at Charles City in the 3A tournament game. The On Deck Show at 6:30. Game time is at 7 o'clock right here on KCTN FM 100. Friday, we hope to be with Edco over at Colesburg, but we'll see what plays out tomorrow night. 0-1 pitch to Rignitz. Rignitz hits a bouncing ball. Third baseman, that is Raber, gets a nice hop. Strong throw across the diamond. Rignitz hit it hard, but grounds out to the third baseman. And the War Eagles go down in order. 10 in a row, retired there by Francis. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 3-0 Starmont.
Strawberry Building Supply offers all your building materials for residential and commercial projects. Whether you're building from the ground up, remodeling your home, or a weekend project, we have the materials you'll need. We are an authorized Milwaukee dealer for all your Milwaukee tools. Strawberry Building Supply also has everything you'll need for your pets and livestock. Stop into Strawberry Building Supply today at 413 West Mission Street, Strawberry Point, or call 563-933-4579.
War Eagle Stars Baseball is brought to you in part by Bender's Foods in Guttenberg, J&J Land Solutions in Edgewood, Rockwire Appliance and TV, the home of quality service with the lowest price guaranteed in Prairie du Chien, Waukon, Decorah, and Viroqua. Elkader Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammersland. Innovative Egg Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon. Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa. Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at GuttenbergHospital.org. Rivals Inc. Custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at RivalsInc.com. Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona. Furniture Showcase and All Wine, lighting showroom, flooring, furniture, and window treatments. Bacon Concrete and Post Fill. The Luena Savings Bank, member FDIC. Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, and Myers Auto Service in Monona. Bottom of the 4th inning already. It is 3-0. Starmont in the lead. Milton Cushion, Tegan Raber, that's 8 and 9, followed by Hudson Popham, the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 3 runs, 3 hits for Starmont. They've committed 1 error. For Clayton Ridge, no runs, no hits. They've committed 4 errors as Owen Hammersland continues in his 4th inning of work for the War Eagles. This is the part of the lineup that started the rally in the bottom of the 2nd inning that led to the 2 Starmont runs as Cushion and Raber both reaching base. So again, 8th spot in the lineup now here for Starmont as they're ready to go in the bottom of the 4th inning. And we'll see pitch count-wise. By the way, we see everybody that's sitting in the bullpen now moving.
Yep.
Somebody's going to get out.
Yep. So we got Clayton Ridge Central getting someone in the bullpen. Yeah.
And it will be Seth Kregel, it appears, there's a curveball. It's a bouncing ball, shortstop alone, nice hop to handle, good throw across the diamond, digging it out is Mast, and they say safe. So able to leg it out there is going to be Cushion. It was a low throw. Did Cushion just beat that out, or was it?
I think he just beat it out. Good speed by Cushion there. He definitely can run.
And Lone fielded the ground ball cleanly, kind of reaching over to his right. Made a strong throw across the diamond. It was low, but it was dug out by Mass. Yeah. But nope, safe is the call. So good wheels by Cushion.
It looked like Mass dug it out, but I think Cushion just wheeled down the line.
And again, Owen Hammersland steps off the mound and throws it to first base there with Cushion. So Seth Kregel is up in the bullpen for Clayton Ridge Central, and they were thinking that he had some elbow problems here, but maybe feels they can give him some innings, but they look to bunt here. They'll go back to the mound. Owen Hammersland goes to second base. They get the force there as Mason Lone covers the bag. A late attempt by Cushion to maybe slide a bit would have made the play close, but a good decision by Owen Hammersland. Cushion forced out at second.
Yeah, good strong throw by Hammersland. Yeah, you'd like to see Cushion get down and slide there. Would have made the play a little bit closer at least.
So Hudson Popham is up to bat, but getting back to Kregel, not playing in the field in this ball game, just like the other night against Keyhigh, and that was due to an elbow issue. And here is the first pitch to Popham, takes it for a ball. The count is 1-0. So Popham safe on an error. and also bounced back to the mound. So the runner at first base is Tabor. And Owen Hammersland continuing to work from the stretch and delivers the pitch, and Popham pops it up in the infield. Second baseman Mason Lone drifts near the bag and makes the play. Easy pop-up to handle, and it's out number 2. Now here in the bottom of the 4th, and that brings up Caden Baumgartner for the Stars with 2 outs.
Yeah, you wonder if Craigle's got a certain amount of pitches he can throw, or maybe got some new news from the doctor today or something.
He's figuring, I'm a senior.
Yeah,
This, you don't want things to end, but I can give you some innings is what the thought is right now. So the offering and a late swing there, Baumgartner fouls it back. Baumgartner walked in, scored, and also in this ball game singled in 2 runs. So as we mentioned earlier, he has had a hand in all 3 of the Starmont runs as they scored a run in the first, 2 in the second. Still no sign of Raber looking to move from first base. And the 0-1 offering is a curveball, late swing, bouncing ball right to the first baseman Mast. He's able to knock it down, turns, picks it up, steps on the bag, and there's your 3rd out of the inning. For the Stars, no runs ahead. They leave 1. Top of 5 already. 3-zip. Starmont in the lead.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard, and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Central State Bank provides a complete line of lending services to help you get the best out of life. From home mortgages and equity loans to vehicle and personal loans. We have expert lending professionals who will work with you to provide options to address your needs. At Central State Bank, you won't deal with a branch or department. You'll deal with a banker who is dedicated to you. Central State Bank, member FDIC.
War Eagle Stars Baseball is brought to you in part by Farmer Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, Elgin, and Wadena. Member FDIC. Car Auto Group online at karautogroup.com. Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah. Clayton County Recycling in Monona. TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont. Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door. Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont. Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg and Elkader. LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville. Ground Logs and Lumber in Elkader. Timber is a crop. Harvest wisely. St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, and by Nix Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg. Top of the 5th inning, 3-0 Starmont in the lead. Owen Hammersland, Isaac Lone, Griffin Hammersland to lead things off here for Clayton Ridge Central. Owen Hammersland lined out his last at-bat, so he is 0 for 1. That fouls, got a piece of that pitch there, missed it, and the count is 0-1. Getting ahead is Francis now in his 5th inning of work. And again, we'll certainly keep an eye on the pitch count. And here is the 0-1 pitch, fouled back out of play by Owen Hammersland, and the count is 0-2.
Yeah, right now, no concerns at all. He's 38 pitches through 4 innings.
Wow.
So he might be able to go again in their next game.
Yeah, absolutely. The way this pitch count is going, effective, efficient, both. And here is now the 0-2 pitch. It is a fastball missing away, dropped by the catcher Popham, and it goes to a ball and 2 strikes. So this is the 6, 7, and 8 spot in the Clayton Ridge Central lineup. Already in the bottom of the 5th inning in a game that's only 48 minutes old.
Yeah, it's moving.
We've been blessed with some really good games so far in the tournament.
Yeah, some really good pitching and defense.
By the way, another player is up in the bullpen as well for Clayton Ridge Central as Griffin Hammersland lifts a high fly ball. This is to right center field. Drifting back is Cushion. Cushion drops the ball. Missed it. Did not catch it. Owen Hammersland goes to second base. He'll stand up there. He was ranging over to his right. Put the glove up late. Hammersland goes into second base there. And an error charged on that play.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe there was some miscommunication between Cushion and Thomas in there. They kind of looked at each other, and then Cushion tried to catch it at the last moment, but I think he took his eyes off it.
So that brings up now Isaac Lone, and for the War Eagles, their first runner to get into scoring position in this ball game, trailing 3-0 as we approach the later stages. They will need to take advantage of this opportunity. Isaac Lone was a strikeout victim his last at-bat. Francis from the stretch delivers the first pitch there. They look to bunt. Charging is the third baseman Raber. The throw, he throws it on the run, and a great scoop there at first base by Baumgartner. Throwing on the run, sidearm was Raber. They get Lone barely at first base as Owen Hammersland goes to third.
Yeah, like you said, great stretch there by Baumgartner, and a good play by Raber at third as well.
That's an 8th grader, by the way, making that play, charging in. fielding it like a pro.
Yeah, tough throw and a great scoop over there.
And so the War Eagles are playing for a run here in the top of the 5th inning, knowing how vitally important that is here as they kind of chip away in a 3-0 deficit.
Yeah, run here would be big.
Also, Tate Hager is in the bullpen, by the way, for Clayton Ridge Central as well. On the Starmont side, and the first pitch there to Isaac Lone misses away. The count is 1-0. And Francis, with the runner at third base, will go back to the windup. And the count is 1-0 to Griffin Hammersland. And the 1-0 offering takes it high, and the count is 2-0. We haven't said that very often.
Yeah, first little bit of stress for Francis here on the mound.
2-0 is now the count. Runner at third with 1 out. Francis will try to battle back. 2-0 offering, and Griffin Hammersland follows that one out of play. And it's 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, may have helped him out there. That one looked a little low.
Tate Hager is in the bullpen there, and just waiting for Kregel to finish up, and now he will take his tosses in the bullpen. So let's see what the War Eagles do in the bottom of this inning. Meanwhile, 2-1 pitch hit by Griffin Hammersland, and that ball is into left field on the run, and trying to catch it is the shortstop Opitz, who drops it into shallow left field. Owen Hammersland tries to score from third. The throw to the plate to Popham, and he's thrown out there. Great recovery by Opitz, who dropped the ball, ranging to his right in shallow left center field, but throws a strike to Popham. Hammersland retired at the plate for out number 2.
Wow, what a throw by Opitz there. Yeah, tough play going back, not able to make that play, but stayed with it and just threw a strike to home plate.
So Hammersland retired 6-2. Griffin Hammersland ends up at second base. Caston Oberbrockling is up to bat, and now time taken here by Coach Vinny Odeffer, and you wonder if they're going to make a pitching change here.
Yeah, it could be. Again, first little bit of stress Francis has seen, but now you got 2 outs this inning, so we'll see what they do here.
So the Coach Odeffer going to talk things over here with a runner at second base in Griffin Hammersland. It's an air charge on that play by Opitz, but, man, he covered some ground to get a chance to get that ball.
Yeah, so sometimes guys that have a lot of errors, you think, oh, they're not very good fielders, but sometimes it's just that they've got so much range that they're not able to make some of the tough plays they get their gloves on. I think that was the case for Opitz there.
So it remains 3-0, and the conversation on the mound completes, and they are going to stick with Francis on the mound as good conversation by Coach Odeffer. Maybe that's a case there of it took time to talk about the good play they made.
Yeah, just maybe, again, settle everyone down. They have had 2 errors this inning. Now, so far, nothing has hurt them. But, again, just settle everyone down and get this third out.
Caston Oberbreckling, a strikeout victim, and they'll try to see if they can get out of this inning without any damage here in the top of the 5th inning, which was the best opportunity in this game for Clayton Ridge Central. So still good speed on the base paths with Griffin Hammersland. And Francis now delivers the first pitch to Oberbreckling as he looks long at second base. First pitch, there's a curveball popped up. Giving chase is the catcher, and making the play in fair territory is Popham on the run about 30 feet up the line. Popham catches it for the third out of the inning. So for Clayton Ridge Central, no runs in the inning, no hits. They are unable to take advantage of 2 errors. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Still 3-0 Starmont.
Mom, yeah, put that on my to-do list. There is more and more on my to-do list every day. I can hardly keep up, and I have to make sure everyone is paid. But who has time for the bills?
You know who can help with that?
Who?
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping. They not only do taxes, but specialize in bookkeeping services as well. Has your to-do list gotten too long? Want help? Give Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping a call at 563-245-2154.
Edgewood Auto and Towing is an automotive repair shop, tire dealer, and 24/7 towing service. We offer full service work on all autos and semis. Our highly skilled mechanics provide quality workmanship and will get you back on the road in a timely manner. Check out our current tire rebates by calling 563-928-7333 or stopping into Edgewood Auto and Towing for complete terms and conditions.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards. They offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com, and you can even set up a free website for your fundraiser. Epic Wear, walk on. Call 563-568-2301 to place your order today.
Bottom of the 5th inning, 3-0 Starmont in the lead. Wyatt Opitz, Elliott Francis, Jack Toll. That'll be 3, 4, and 5 in the Starmont lineup to lead things off here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Stars a run in the first, 2 in the second. Clayton Ridge Central had their best opportunity in the top of the 5th inning, but had a runner thrown out at the plate. First pitch to Popham. It is a strike. The count is 0-1. Popham is 0 for 2, safe on a fielder's choice, and flew out to left field. 3-spot once again in the lineup. And Owen Hammersland still continues. Curveball checking the swing is once again Opitz. It is a slow roller picked up by the pitcher. Hammersland, the throw to first. It is not in time. An excuse me swing from Opitz. It'll go as an infield single. Looks like a line drive in the book, and the leadoff runner is on.
Yeah, effectively was a bunt. Wasn't trying to do it, but great placement for it and beat it out.
It was almost like you could see him go, oops. But that puts the leadoff runner on here in the 5th inning. Elliott Francis now up to bat. Francis flew out to right field and also flew out to left field. He is 0 for 2. We have not seen the aggressiveness on the base paths for Starmont yet. First pitch to Francis, it's a strike. The count is 0-1. A bit surprised?
A little bit, yeah. But they do have a lead right now, so that may have something to do with it too.
And let's see if they try to play for some insurance here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Curveball to Francis. That's, again, hit him there. Let's see. Yeah, it did. Francis started to go to first base, but stopped as he was hit by the pitch. That is the first batter hit, but now runners on second and first, and you wonder if the War Eagles are going to look to make a move, and I see Coach Czar starts to lean out of the dugout there, and maybe coming in, and sure enough he is.
Yep, they've had some action in the bullpen. Now, last inning was a good inning by Hammersland, but maybe just running out of gas just a little bit.
And again, they felt like they had some arms, and Owen Hammersland, 7 great innings in the ball game against Keyhigh the other night, certainly had all right stuff tonight in this game, but defensively they've had some breakdowns, which have added to the pitch count in this ball game. But coaches are taking time and showing no sign yet of making a move.
Yeah, could just be again talking to him and maybe talking to Owen Hammersland and are you all right? How you feeling? Kind of thing. We'll see. But they did have some action in the bullpen earlier.
Yep, and that was and by the way, Hager did not throw very much in the bullpen. Kregel, it looks like if they go to somebody, that would be the case, but no indication here of a pitching change at all as Coach Czar talking things over. And as we mentioned earlier as well, it's a good chance to talk over second and first situations. Plus, you have Jack Toll up to bat, which is another thing I'm sure you're having a conversation about.
Just here's how we want to pitch him. Here's what we want to do. And, yeah.
So, yep, they're going to stick with Owen Hammersland. And, again, Hammersland is throwing well enough in this ball game to give his team a chance.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, second and first with Opitz and Francis. Toll is 0 for 2. Safe on an error and a strikeout victim back in the 3rd inning. So Starmont leading 3-0. And the way this game being played, that seems like a huge 3-0 lead. The way that, again, Francis has pitched for Starmont tonight. First offering there, taking the pitch high is Toll. The count is 1-0. I don't think you're going to ask Toll to bat. Not a senior, not the type of year he's having. 30-some RBIs.
Yeah.
He's a senior. Let him swing away.
Absolutely.
1-0 is the count. 1-0 offering, and he swings through a curveball there. The count is 1-1. I don't think you have a problem at all with the experience he has there.
Exactly. Just a little bit out ahead of that one.
0-2 is the count as Hammersland trying to keep him off balance. Leading off at second is Opitz, who actually backs up behind the shortstop there. He's actually not leading off. He's behind the bag. Here's a 1-1 pitch, and that is a high fly ball. This is to shallow center field. Griffin Hammersland stumbling, falling on his back, makes the play for out number 1. Everybody has to stay put. Covered a ton of ground. It was actually Mason Lone making that play. And it's a good play defensively for the War Eagles and a huge out number 1.
Yeah, way to stay with that by Mason Lone. Falling on his back, backpedaling, and still makes the catch. And then to top it off, tossed it to his brother from his back just to make sure the Starmont runners didn't tag up on that.
So Jax Thomason is up to bat. Thomason is 0 for 2, safe on an air, lying out to right field. They run their fake pick play as stepping and turning was Griffin Hammersland. They dive at second and short as if the ball's going by them, but Wyatt Opitz stays on top of the bag, and Griffin Hammersland had the ball in the mound the whole time.
Yeah, didn't fool Opitz.
We saw them do it against North Fayette Valley. They're 0 for 2 in the games we've done, but obviously it has worked for them.
Yeah.
First pitch now to, once again, Thomason, and Thomason takes it for a ball. The count is 1-0. But I like the creativity.
Yeah.
Not enough teams do things like that.
Yeah, no harm in trying something like that. If it doesn't work, you're not out anything.
Sometimes teams run a pot pick play. 1-0 is the count. And here is now the 1-0 offering. Curveball high. The count is 2-0. Some teams in the days before fence down the right field line would run an in the weeds play. If the ball went by the first baseman there, then everybody would yell it's in the weeds, try to catch the guy going off of first base. Time taken by Coach Rignitz and having a conversation with his pitcher, Owen Hammersland. And that is a short conversation, it appears.
Yeah, just maybe trying to get it's on the same page here.
And that conversation is completed, and the count is 2-0. So that's a heady timeout because if, again, Coach Czar comes out and has that conversation, he's got to make a pitching move.
Right, he's used his one visit this inning.
So, again, second and first with one out. And after the conversation, Owen Hammersland is back to the stretch. 2-0 pitch, it's upstairs. The count is 3-0. So this hasn't happened at all for Owen Hammersland, falling behind 3-0 on anybody.
Yeah, and that last game and this game, I think this is the first time in 12 innings now that he's behind 3-0.
Yeah, he's only walked one in this game. 3-0 pitch, and that ball hits the batter Thomason in the back. So it's the second batter hit this inning, and the bases are now loaded for Starmont here. And up to bat is going to be Alex Lincoln. Lincoln is 0 for 2, safe on the fielder's choice and a strikeout victim. And it appears, at least for now, that they are going to stick with Owen Hammersland. And again, he's had some success here against Lincoln, the number 7 hitter. And the bases loaded for Starmont with one out here in the bottom of the fifth.
Yeah, you just worry that his location just doesn't seem to be what it was right now.
And here's a pitch that is a high fly ball to right field, directly to the right fielder, Colton Hager. He's able to catch it. They'll tag the runner from third in Opitz. Throw cut off there by the first baseman. Scoring from third is Opitz. It is now 4-0. Heading to third base is Francis. Runners on the corners. And a sacrifice fly RBI hit by Alex Lincoln makes it 4-0.
Yeah, good job by Alex Lincoln. That's all you're asking him to do in that situation. Find a way to drive that run in, and he did so.
So at third base, Francis. At first base again is Thomason, and Milton Cushion is up to bat. Cushion has been on base twice, safe on an error and scored, and also singled in the fourth inning. So the Stars adding a run here in the bottom of the fifth inning. They've actually scored here now 3 of the 5 innings in this ball game, but they've had only 1 inning when they've been retired in order. They send the runner from first base, taking all the way as Cushion. They throw it there. They're going to hold the ball with Rignitz as he looks the runner back at third base. That's the third and first situation they went with. 2 in scoring position, and Cushion took that pitch, and that was a strike.
Yep. Big opportunity for Milton Cushion here. A base hit could drive in too.
0-1. And again, working. There is a curveball upstairs, and the count is a ball and a strike. Well, Hammersland, you're going to go with him here, is what Clayton Ridge Central has decided. And again, with the exception of hitting 2 batters this inning, he has been throwing a very solid game for Clayton Ridge Central. 1-1 pitch there, and that ball gets away there. And it is, again, a ball in 2. They call that a strike?
I think so.
Maybe,
yes.
Yeah, the umpire would hit part of the bat.
I wonder if it did. Yeah, the way he I think he put his hands up to say foul ball, I think. Again, being so far away, it's hard to tell, but I think it might have caught a little bit of the bat there.
So 1-2 is now the count. Second and third for the Stars. 1-2 offering there, and a bouncing ball that is hit foul up the third base line. It is a ball and 2 strikes now.
Yeah, the only hit that he's given up, that Owen Hammersland's given up, was just that little swing by Wyatt Opitz to start the inning.
And again, the leadoff runner reached base, and the leadoff runner ends up scoring.
Yep.
Quite a bit. It's happened twice in this ball game for Starmont, with the leadoff runner has reached. So still 1-2 is the count. 1-2 offering there, and that ball is lined to left center field. On the run is Oberreckling. It's past him. It's going to roll to the fence. It's easily 2 for Milton Cushion. It's a double and 2 RBIs. It is now 6-0. Starmont in the lead here in the 5th inning.
And that might have been the backbreaker right there. A great piece of hitting by Milton Cushion. Just drives it into left center gap. Easy stand-up double.
So Cushion has 2 hits and now has 2 RBIs in this ball game. 3 on the board, and Tegan Raber is up to bat, the third baseman. There is still 1 out, and actually 2 outs here with a runner in scoring position. Sacrifice fly was our second out of the inning. So Tegan Raber has reached base twice, and he fouls that ball up. Rignitz, the catcher, looks at it. It'll go out of play near the Clayton Ridge Central dugout. So the 8-9 hitters for Starmont have reached base 5 times in 5 at-bats in this game.
Yeah, pretty good. You mentioned Milton Cushion's average earlier, which wasn't sterling, but tell you what, he gets on base, and he does some good things for him.
So the Stars, bottom of the lineup, huge lift in this ball game tonight in what is a 6-0 shutout lead. And the 0-1 pitch, and it is a bouncing ball there, and that ball's going to go into left field. It's a base hit. Cushion waved around from second. He'll score standing up. It's a base hit for Raber, his second base hit and an RBI. It is 7-0. Starmont breaking it open here in the 5th.
Yeah, and I think Owen Hammersland has just run out of gas. I think Coach Czar maybe should have. It's easy to look back, but maybe should have went with that pitching change earlier in the inning.
And gave a lot of leeway there to Owen Hammersland, who had been so good, but they are going to make a pitching change. 4 on the board in the bottom of the 5th. The Stars have broken open. They lead 7-0. We'll tell you about this change when we continue.
Experience high-speed fiber internet through Neat's fiber optic network with speeds now available up to 1 gig in and around Monona, Luena, St. Olaf, Farmersburg, and Postville. Don't forget, you no longer need to carry a phone line when you subscribe to internet in one of Neat's Freedom Plans. For more information on how to upgrade your services and the best pricing, visit NEITEL.com or call today 877-638-2122. Neat, connecting you now.
Are high bank fees draining your wallet? It's time for a change.
At People's State Bank, they believe in low fees that put you first.
Tired of being charged for using your debit card, sneaky paper statement fees, or monthly maintenance fees?
With People's State Bank's People's Checking Account, those fees are a thing of the past.
Worried about ATM fees?
At People's State Bank, they reimburse you for up to 3 ATM fees per month. They work hard to keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket.
Make the switch to People's State Bank today. Visit a branch near you or peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC.
Northern Country Co-op and Viafield are now Nexus Cooperative, your full-service ag partner supplying all your agronomy, energy, feed, grain, and lumber needs. Our highly knowledgeable and experienced team utilizes the latest technology in feed manufacturing, agronomy services, precision ag, plant and animal nutrition, energy products, and grain marketing to keep our customers ahead of the rest. Stop in today at any of our 26 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, or visit us online at nexus.coop.
Griffin Hammersland will be the new pitcher for Clayton Ridge Central, as Owen Hammersland will go to third base, so the Hammersland brothers just switch. For Owen Hammersland, 4 2/3 innings, 7 hits, giving up 7 runs, is responsible for the runner there at first base. And he walked 1 and struck out 1 in this ball game, hit 2 batters in this inning, and both of them have scored. But you understand, Owen Hammersland was so good in the ball game the other night. You understand the extra rope he was given in this inning.
Yeah, like I said, it's easy to look back and say you should have taken him out, but he was so good the other night. He deserves that little extra give and take there.
So the top of the lineup with Hudson Popham is up to bat as they have scored 4 runs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Popham is 0 for 3, reached on an error, bounced back to the mound, and popped out to second. So here we go with 2 outs. They'll try to get out of this. They send the runner from first base, and that ball is lined foul down the left field line. The count is 0-1. So Starmont suddenly, again, makes this ball game look a little lopsided.
Yeah, they've kind of broken it open here in the 5th inning.
And this game kind of similar for Clayton Ridge Central when they played Starmont earlier this year.
Yep.
Had that type of bad inning, had 4 errors in that ball game, and off and running again, and that pitch is outside for a ball. They will not throw down to second base, but a nice head-first slide by Raber anyway, and he moves into scoring position. Rignitz just didn't get a great pitch to handle.
Yep, a little low and not clean on that one.
And we'll work here with the count at a ball and a strike. So 1-1, Griffin Hammersland is from the stretch and delivers now the 1-1 pitch. It's a fastball high, 2 balls and a strike now the count. So bottom of the 5th inning, a ball game that was moving right along, but it is kind of bogged down here in the bottom of the 5th, and that is because Starmont is sending 8 players to the plate right now so far in this inning.
Yeah, by far, longest half inning here.
So 2-1 is now the count. And the Griffin Hammersland 2-1 pitch, and that ball is a bouncing ball. Second baseman Mason Lone gets a nice hop, stays on the ground, fields it, flips it on over to the first baseman Mast, and that does it for Starmont in the bottom of the 5th. 4 runs in the inning, 3 hits. They leave a runner in scoring position. We go to the top of the 6th. Now 7-0, Starmont in the lead.
The doctors and staff of Family Dentistry Associates of Monona encourage everyone to get out and support your local baseball and softball teams, enjoy the weather, and get your kids' summer checkup scheduled at Family Dentistry Associates in Monona. Call today to schedule 539-4651.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Browns family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Browns family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Browns is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
War Eagle Stars Baseball is brought to you in part by Evans Chiropractic, The Edgewood Reminder, Nutrient Egg Solutions, The Market, a division of Kendrick Inc., Leonard Miller Funeral Home and Crematory in Manchester, Edgewood, and Strawberry Point, Electrotech in Guttenberg, Anna Mae Mosier CPA, C.J. Moyna & Sons, Elkader Care Center and Kingston Court Assisted Living, Johnson's Restaurant and Reception Hall in Elkader, Community Insurance with offices in Edgewood and Delhi, and by Bloom's Flowers, Gifts, and More in Edgewood. Top of the sixth inning, 7-0. Starmont in the lead. Colton Hager, Mason Lone, Seth Kregel, 9-1-2 in the War Eagles lineup. As Hager flew out to center field, he is 0 for 1. Clayton Ridge Central does not have an official hit in this ball game right now, and continuing is Elliot Francis into his sixth inning of work. And again, now you're really kind of keeping an eye on the pitch count for him. I believe he can go up to 90 and be in good shape.
Okay,
which tonight won't be an issue so far.
He's at 48 through 5 innings, so very efficient. Yeah.
Because if this holds up, you have 3 full days of rest. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You wouldn't play till Saturday, and he would have to sit out those 3 days. But if he gets above the 90 count, then it would be 4 days. Okay. So, but again, not a concern, at least for right now.
No, if he would get anywhere near that, I think they'd be making a pitching change before that anyway.
And he has been in control on the hill, with the score once again at 7-0. So 9-1-2 once again for the War Eagles. First pitch there is a curveball that is high. Count is 1-0. South Wind leads Turkey Valley 5-1. That ball game is in the 4th inning, and of course the winner of our ball game here will play the winner of that ball game on Saturday nights. Hager swings right through a fastball, and the count goes to a ball and a strike. Speaking of pitching, South Wind has plenty of pitching.
Yeah, there's another team that has a lot of good pitching.
They were ranked. They started the year, I believe, 18 or 19-0. 1-1 pitch, and Hager hits a bouncing ball. That's into right field. That's a base hit. First single of the ball game for the War Eagles. Leadoff runner on here as they try to rally in the top of the 6th.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting by Colton Hager, getting the first base hit, and maybe Clayton Ridge Central can get something going here.
Yeah, one of the seniors here, and this is what's nice about Clayton Ridge Central, seniors that actually went out this year.
Yeah.
And Mason Lone, the second baseman, is up to bat. Lone is 0 for 2. Bounced back to the mound, bounced out to second base. And again, they have the leadoff runner on in the 6th inning. I don't know if the War Eagles will be as aggressive as they normally are on the base paths, just because you're down by 7 runs. And here's the first pitch. It's a bouncing ball. Actually, a fly ball to right center field. Cushion on the run. Drops the ball in right field. So the ball falls. Safe at second base. Standing up is Hager. And air charged on the play. And runners on second and first now for Clayton Ridge Central with nobody out as Cushion tried to make that play on the run.
Yeah, just a running play there. And again, it's one Cushion probably needs to make, but it was on a full dead sprint there.
So Seth Kregel is up to bat. Kregel is 0 for 2. A strikeout victim and bounced out to second base. I did not pick up that ball till it reached the outfield. So the sun continuing to kind of settle in here. The other thing is it's a bit of a factor for the hitters as the batter's box, part of that is in, again, the shade. Meanwhile, Hager, short lead at second base, and they throw it there where Lincoln's holding him, and he's back there a step or two. If you're Francis, I don't know if you really care too much about the base runners here.
No, not up 7-0.
Yep, and you're only counting outs. Fastball to Kregel, swings right through it. The count is 0-1. Yeah, this is where you'll concede. Let Clayton Ridge Central have a base if they want it. You're more concerned about outs at this point. 0-1 is the count. So even in this situation, you're taking the sure out defensively. 0-1 is the count. They go to second base. Hager leaning, has to dive back. And again, if you're the War Eagles, you don't dare want to get picked off a bag there. Hager had extended his lead and still made it back there all right.
Yeah, that would be disastrous to get picked off.
Absolutely. 0-1 is now the count. 0-1 pitch to Kregel, takes it outside. It's a called strike, caught the outside corner, and the count is 0-2. So second and first, nobody out here. Best opportunity for the War Eagles in this ball game as far as put together a crooked number on the scoreboard if they can, with the 2, 3, and 4 spots rather in their lineup. 0-2 is now the count, and Francis Couple of looks back at second base. Comes with the 0-2 pitch, and Kregel lifts a high pop-up down the right field line. It's going to fall in, bloop in for a base hit. Cushion fields it, gets it back into the infield. Bases loaded now here for Clayton Ridge Central, and a bloop single into right field for Kregel.
Yeah, this, again, doesn't matter how hard you hit it, but placed it well over between first base and right field, and Clayton Ridge Central has something working now.
We said this earlier. It looks like a line drive in the book, doesn't it?
Yep.
Dominique Mast is up to bat, the 3-hitter. So the War Eagles, top of their lineup, doing the job here to continue to chip away. Mast is 0 for 2, safe on an error, and a strikeout victim. But this is the first heavy inning that Francis has had to work here in this ball game. Then he'll go back to the windup with the bases loaded. First pitch to Mast. It's a curveball in the dirt. Scoots a couple of steps by Popham. It's a ball, but not far enough. The count is 1-0. So now we'll see how Starmont decides to play this. No action at all, but that's because Opitz is playing shortstop right now.
The guy they bring in is probably playing shortstop right now.
But we'll see what happens here through the 6th inning. Fastball upstairs, count is 2-0. As far as if you're talking about Francis getting tired, again, the pitch count not high, but he hasn't walked anybody, but he has now fallen behind 2-0 to Mast. 2-0 pitch there, high again, and the count goes to 3-0. So Mast, even though he's a senior, normally you'd give him the green light, but not in this situation.
Yeah, I think not 3-0 down 7 runs.
Yep, absolutely not here in the top of the 6th inning. 3-0 pitch, and it is low. It is ball number 4. Francis walks in a run. So it's now 7-1. A walk and an RBI there for Mast, and the base is still loaded, and there is nobody out, and Coach Odefford not wasting time coming out of the dugout.
Yeah, I was just going to wonder how long he was going to give Francis here, but it looks like Opitz is coming in.
Francis, as he came out on the mound, kind of started to take a couple of steps away, gave him a hand there, and gave the ball to Coach Odefford. It will be Wyatt Opitz coming in as the relief pitcher. War Eagles on the board. Bases loaded, nobody out. We'll tell you about this change when we continue.
The Clayton County Farm Bureau Beef Passport is your chance to support local restaurants, local farmers, and local beef all summer long. Pick up a passport and visit participating stops like Backwoods Bar and Grill, TD Sports Bar, and Gunda Roadhouse to enjoy featured beef items and collect stamps for prize entries. New this year, a digital passport option, a farmer's market stop, and no minimum number of stamps required to win. The Clayton County Farm Bureau Beef Passport runs now through August 31st.
At Freedom Bank, we're proud to cheer on the hometown athletes who give it their all. You'll see us in the stands, on the sidelines, and throughout our communities, supporting the players, coaches, and families who make Northeast Iowa a great place to call home. Whether it's on the field or in your financial life, we're here to help you reach your goals. Visit us in Elkader, Monona, Postville, or Waukon and experience the difference of a 100% employee-owned community bank. Freedom Bank. We empower success.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season. Pitching change. Wyatt Opitz is in the ball game for Starmont. Bases loaded, nobody out. It will be Carson Rignitz up to bat. Rignitz is 0 for 2. A strikeout victim and also bounced out to third. Elliot Francis goes to second base. The second baseman, Alex Lincoln, goes to third. And Tegan Raber will go to shortstop. I believe those are the changes there for the Stars defensively. So you're really young on that left side of the infield now. The 0-1 pitch there, and that pitch is a ball. And the count, call a strike? Yep. All right, so the count is 0-1. That was our first pitch. We had time taken there. So Rignitz, the 0-1 pitch from Opitz. High fastball, the count is 1-1. So pitching-wise this year, Rignitz, again, they had thought about starting him tonight, but knew he'd be available. Opitz, I should say, as Rignitz looking 1-1. By the way, Opitz running from the stretch. 1-1 curveball fouled out of play. It's 1-2. But Opitz 4-3, 31 innings, allowed only 20 hits, has given up a total of 3 earned runs, walked 8, struck out 46. His ERA, .67.
Yeah, pretty tough.
1-2 pitch there, breaking ball, and Rignitz takes it low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Again, his record's 4-3, but he obviously is throwing the toughest matchups for the Stars. 2-2 pitch, breaking ball. Rignitz fouls it out of play, and we'll do it again. And he throws, I would say, a little harder than Francis.
Yeah, Francis throws pretty hard. Opitz maybe just a touch harder.
Yeah.
I think his breaking ball might break just a hair harder too.
And as far as Francis, 5 innings, 2 hits, a run. He's responsible for the 3 runners on base. He walked 1 and struck out 6. So Opitz trying to get limit the damage here and get out of this in the top of the 6th inning. 2-2 pitch to Rignitz, fouls it back again, up against the backstop. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Rignitz doing a good job hanging in there.
Yeah, War Eagles continuing to fight here in the top of the 6th inning. But that 4 spot in the bottom of the 5th inning for Starmont, again, that looms large.
Yeah, huge. Otherwise, this would really be a nail biter right now.
2-2 curveball is outside, and the count goes to 3 balls and 2 strikes. So again, there is nobody out. Opitz likes to work quick on the mound. 3-2 pitch, and Rignitz takes it outside. It is ball number 4. So back-to-back walks make it 7-2, and Owen Hammersland is up to bat. So they've driven in runs via the walk as Lone scores from third. You have Kregel over at third base now. Mast is at second. And again, 2 runs on the board with still nobody out here for Clayton Ridge Central. And Owen Hammersland is 0 for 2. Lined out to center field and was safe on an air. Ended up being thrown out at the plate. So again, there is now nobody out. We have a runner coming into the ball game.
Believe so.
All right, and here is now the first pitch. We'll pass along who that is. Swinging through the fastball there is once again Owen Hammersland, and that runner is at second base, correct?
Courtesy ran for Rignitz, I believe.
All right, so yes, Rignitz at first base. 0-1 pitch, curveball, called strike, and the count is 0-2. That courtesy runner, by the way, is number 6, and that will be Micah Brees. So Brees is the courtesy runner at first base. And again, 0-2 is the count. Mast has been replaced at second base, by the way, with a courtesy runner as well. 0-2 pitch, Hammersland checks it, and we'll do it again with a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Mast would be that'd be a pinch runner, right? And then probably a
Mast,
by him.
I'm so used to Mast catching, but he's playing first base tonight. 1-2 pitch, curveball called, strike 3. Hammersland caught looking. First strikeout recorded there by Opitz, and it's out number 1 here in the 6th.
Yeah, big first out. They needed to get that first out.
And Isaac Lone is up to bat. Lone, a senior, 0 for 2. Strikeout victim in the 2nd. Bounced out to 3rd. Base is still loaded for Clayton Ridge Central. You get a feeling you got to pick up at least a couple of more here.
Yeah, if you want a chance to win this, you got to get a couple more in.
And here is the first pitch. It is a breaking ball, sharp breaking ball, but it is high, and the count is 1-0. Stars, again, getting a huge first out from Opitz, and he falls behind right away. 1-0 curveball, breaks across for a strike, and I think when you were talking about a little more of a bending curveball, I think we just saw that right there.
Yeah, I think velocity-wise, pretty similar to Francis, but I think his curve bends a little bit more.
And the 1-1 offering, hard fastball, but it's outside. 2 balls and a strike. So Starmont led 7-0. Again, our score 7-2 now here. At the top of the 5th inning, Southwind leads Turkey Valley 8-1. So Southwind appears to be on their way. 2-1 offering, curveball, swinging through it there is Lone, and the count goes to a ball and 2 balls rather and 2 strikes.
And that's Francis had a breaking ball, but it wasn't a whole lot different velocity-wise. Opitz really changes speeds.
2 balls and 2 strikes. And Opitz a little slower on this delivery as he looks back at third. 2-2 pitch, and Lone reaches out for it, swings through a fastball, back-to-back Ks. 2 quick outs here in the 6th inning. And the base is still loaded for the War Eagles.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you bring Opitz in, though. Two quick strikeouts, and they're on the verge of getting out of this jam now.
Griffin Hammersland is up to bat. Hammersland is 0 for 2. Strikeout victim in the 2nd, safe on an error in the 5th inning. This is the 7th spot in the lineup. And Clayton Ridge Central have picked up 2 so far in this inning. They've picked up 2, and here's Griffin Hammersland. It's a bouncing ball. Shortstop Tabor goes to second base to Francis. Force out there, and that does it for the War Eagles. So Opitz comes in and ends up closing the door. But for the War Eagles, 2 runs. They do it on 2 hits. They leave the bases loaded. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Once again, our score, it is 7-2, Starmont in the lead.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Robertson Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
The vets and vet techs at Veterinary Associates of Clayton County offer a wide variety of services for all animals. We believe in treating every patient as if they were our own pet and give them the same loving attention and care they receive from you. Call our office at 563-245-1633 to make an appointment today. The Veterinary Associates of Clayton County are proud sponsors of Central Elkader Sports.
Hey sports fans, take a time out to call Garms Financial Services for all your insurance needs. Whether you need auto, home, farm, health, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services and Grinnell Mutual has you covered. You'll receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Owner Brian Bugenhagen, along with his staff, look forward to serving all your insurance needs. Call them today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services, located in Elkader and now also in Monona, your trusted choice agency. Bottom of the sixth inning, Starmont leads 7-2. They'll send up Caden Bumgartner, Wyatt Opitz, Elliott Francis, 2, 3, and 4 in their lineup as they look to try to add some insurance with a 5-run lead for Clayton Ridge Central. They'll send up 8, 9, and 1 in the top of the seventh inning. That'll be cast in Oberbreckling, Colton Hager, and Mason Lone. So to lead things off once again is Bumgartner. Bumgartner walked and scored, singled in 2 runs, and bounced out to first. There's a curveball from Griffin Hammersland, bouncing ball, backhanded by the third baseman Owen Hammersland. Low throw, trying to dig it out of the dirt. There is Mast. He catches it actually on the bounce out of the dirt, and a good play by Mast at first base. Bumgartner out on the 5-3 putout.
Yeah, real good play by Mast to stick with that. Kind of on an in-between hop there, he had to get it.
So Wyatt Opitz up to bat. Opitz is 1 for 3, reached center fielder's choice, flew out to left field, singled and scored as part of a 4-run bottom of the fifth inning, which really has given Starmont a lot of cushion. By the way, Kregel back in the bullpen for Clayton Ridge Central here. And here is a curveball, and it takes it away, and the count is 1-0. So Kregel was up earlier in the bullpen and continues to throw. And we've got a great view of the bullpen. It's basically right in front of us. And here is the 1-1 pitch. It is high, and it's actually 2-0 is the count. So that was the 1-0 pitch. 2-0 is the count. Griffin Hammersland in his second inning of relief, by the way. He was able to come in and get the final out of the fifth inning. 2-0 pitch there, and that is a bouncing ball. Diving for it is Owen Hammersland, and also Isaac Lone, but it goes between them. Great effort by both those kids, but Opitz puts it through the 5.5 hole in a one-out single here in the sixth.
Yeah, good effort by both, but just hard hit ball right between them.
Elliott Francis is up to bat. Francis is 0 for 2, flew out to right field, flew out to left field, hit by a pitch and scored as part of that 4-run inning. So 1 out. The War Eagles maybe a little quicker to go to the bullpen here as they try to limit any scoring opportunity for Starmont, realizing they can't give up anything more.
Yeah, they've only got one more inning to try and catch them up here.
And the first pitch from Griffin Hammersland, it's outside. It's going to scoop by the catcher Rignitz. That'll be a wild pitch. And Opitz goes into scoring position. So a wild pitch puts Opitz at second base. And by the way, they throw it down there, and the ball goes into center field. They were looking to throw it behind the runner. And it was almost an error of serious miscue. But backing it up was Oberbreckling, and staying at second base is Opitz.
Yeah, good heads-up play by Oberbreckling to be there for that errant throw.
And again, 1-0. That pitch was a ball. No chance for the catcher Rignitz to get to that one. So from the stretch, 1-0. And the offering now from Griffin Hammersland. And the 1-0 pitch is a curveball inside. 2-0 is now the count. Kregel has now left the bullpen, so maybe just enough to get him re-loosened up, and we'll see if they bring him in if Griffin Hammersland gets in a little more trouble here in the top of the sixth inning. Opitz at second base, 2-0 is now the count. And the 2-0 offering, and it's a bouncing ball, actually a fly ball. This is to deep center field. Oberbreckling going back. It's going to hit the bottom of the fence. It's extra bases. Scoring from third base will be Opitz standing up. Into second base is Francis with a double. It is 8-2, Starmont in the lead as they add on here in the sixth.
Yeah, Francis hit that ball hard. That was on a line to the center field fence there.
And by the way, I never picked up that ball till it was past the center fielder.
I saw the center fielder going back quick, and so I knew it was hit hard, but yeah, it's hard to see right now.
Jack Toll is up to bat. Toll is 0 for 3, safe on an error, struck out, popped out to second base. There's still one out here in the bottom of the 6th inning, so Starmont has answered, picking up some insurance here in the bottom of the 6th. There is a sharp breaking ball, nice pitch by Griffin Hammersland. It is a strike. The count is 0-1. Toll, a rare 0 for 3 night. So we always say he's one of those hitters that is likely due, huh?
Yep.
0-1 offering. There's another curveball, and Toll lines that ball. Second baseman, one hop there to Lone. Throw it across the diamond. Mast unable to dig it up. Safe at first base will be the runner Toll. So an error charged on the play as Lone just like he tried to throw it, kind of aim it over to first base.
Yeah, I think we saw a little bit of that against Keyhigh, and he got away with it. But, yeah, he's got to just rip back and let it go.
So runners on third and first after the 5th War Eagle error. Jax Thomason is up to bat. Thomason is 0 for 2. Safe on an error, lined out to right field, hit by a pitch, and scored. So the Stars looking to add on. They send the runner on the steal, taking a pitch for a strike all the way is Thomason, and they concede second base as Toll moves into scoring position. But Mass tried to dig it out. It was a low throw. It first looked like he had the opportunity to get it.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be able to dig that out at first and just couldn't quite hold on to it.
So 0-1 is the count. Infield in, of course, for the War Eagles. Curveball, and that ball is a high fly ball. This is to right center field, rather. Oberbreckling able to camp underneath it, makes the play. They'll tag the runner from third there in Francis. He'll score standing up. It is now 9-2 as Starmont answering the Clayton Ridge Central 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th. Thomason, sacrifice fly, RBI. And that brings up Alex Lincoln, 0 for 2. Lincoln, safe on a fielder's choice, a strikeout victim in the 3rd, and hit a sacrifice fly and drove in a run back in the 5th inning. And now we have another pitching change for Clayton Ridge Central. We'll tell you about this pitching change when we return. 9-2 is the score. Kreigel's going to be our new pitcher. We'll tell you about it after this.
Looking for the best suppressors with seamless service? Interested in helping protect your hearing or have questions on the NFA process? Head to Stronghold Corp, your one-stop shop for premium suppressors and unbeatable expertise. Whether you're a seasoned shooter or first-time buyer, we can get the best brands and latest models to fit your needs. Enjoy hassle-free eForms electronic fingerprint processing with our state-of-the-art Cerberus live scan system. Contact us today by heading to stronghold-corp.com for more information. Stronghold Corp, where silence meets precision.
Boisier Lumber Company in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center, handles Midland garage doors for residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. Midland Steel Garage Doors provide the best all-around value when appearance, security, durability, and low maintenance are desired. Boisier Lumber and Midland Doors take pride in providing their customers with top-quality products and superb customer service. Contact Boisier Lumber in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center for Midland overhead doors sales and service.
At Top Gun Customs, we know that cars are complicated. We can handle all the complex new features of any vehicle, foreign or domestic. Not only will it look like new, it'll perform like new. At Top Gun, we don't care if it's a 30-point buck or just your neighbor's cat, big or small, we like them all. Top Gun also does fiberglass repairs, boats, motorcycles, guitars, detailing, paint corrections, headlight restoration. There's not much we don't do. Call Bob or Nancy at Top Gun for details and to schedule your repairs today. 563-964-9899.
Bottom of the 6th inning, Starmont has scored 2 runs. They have a runner on second base, leading now 9-2. Seth Kreigel is the new pitcher coming in for Clayton Ridge Central. And Kreigel, again, there was a question whether or not he'd be available for this ball game tonight. But he's going to try to get the final out here. Kreigel threw 21 innings this year, only 12 hits, 6 earned runs, walked 10, and struck out 42 with an ERA of 1.97. But health has been the concern that they've had.
Right.
And the first pitch there is a breaking ball upstairs to Alex Lincoln. The count is 1-0. Lincoln 0 for 2, but did hit a sacrifice fly RBI his last at-bat. So Kreigel trying to limit the damage here in the bottom of the 6th inning. There's a breaking ball across for a strike. The count is a ball and a strike. But I like this. He's a senior. Again, one of those seniors for Clayton Ridge Central. Feels like he can go in this ball game tonight. Put him out there.
Yeah.
1-1 pitch, checking the swing there, and stealing third base is going to be Toll. They didn't look the runner back there. And Lincoln took the pitch for a called strike, I guess. 1-2 is the count. So trying to make work there. Toll moving over 90 feet. Kreigel's 1-2 pitch to Lincoln. Swings right out through it there. Yes, he does. It is strikeout number 1. Kreigel does his job. Comes in and gets the final out of the bottom of the 6th inning. But for Starmont, 2 runs in the inning. They do it on 2 hits, helped out by an error. They leave 1. We go to the top of the 7th inning. 9-2, Starmont in the lead.
Are you wanting to eat better, feel better, get your weight or other numbers under control, and need someone to hold you accountable? This is Brandy Strube, registered dietitian with Veterans Memorial Hospital. I welcome consultations with patients of all ages and look forward to helping you meet your nutritional goals. Please call the hospital to set up an appointment or ask your doctor for a referral at your next visit.
Exceptional caring people, Veterans Memorial.
Inspiring changes to a happier, healthier you is what we do at Clayton Drug. We are committed to helping you achieve the highest quality of life possible. We are a full-service pharmacy offering services such as med packing to your home or mail delivery and online prescription refill. We also offer a cash pricing program on name brand and generic prescriptions. Call 563-245-2530 to find out more. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to serve us all in between.
War Eagle Stars Baseball is brought to you in part by Silver Ridge Cooperative in Edgewood, Strawberry Point, and Delhi, Citizen State Bank, Monticello, Hopkinton, Ryan, Manchester, Winthrop, Strawberry Point, Springville, and New Vienna, member FDIC, and equal housing lender, Edgewood Convalescent Home and Lincolnwood Assisted Living, Northeast Iowa Sub Drains in Strawberry Point, Mobile Track Solutions in Elkader, David Balls, agent for Balls Insurance Agency in Elkader, Morris Funeral Home in Guttenberg and Garnavillo, and Rivertown Family Dentistry, Dr. Elisha Waukee in Guttenberg. Top of the seventh inning, Starmont leads Clayton Ridge Central by a score of 9-2. It'll be Keston Oberbreckling, Colton Hager, and Mason Lone, 8-9-1 in the War Eagles lineup to lead things off here for them in the top of the seventh inning. Starmont led 3-0 after 2 innings. It was 7-0, but both teams scoring 2 runs each in the sixth inning, so our score is 9-2. Starmont in the lead as they answered Clayton Ridge Central in the bottom half of the sixth. Keston Oberbrockling fastball misses it, cannot get to it, and the count is 0-1. Wyatt Opitz is in his second inning of relief, and 0-1 is now the count. He would not be credited with a save here in this game. 0-1 pitch there, and Oberbrockling pops it up, and they'll make it out of play into the bullpen down the right field line. The count is 0-2. So he walked in a run when it was 7-1. So at that point, the tying run did come up in the on-deck circle, but he had put the runner on base to get to that situation.
Sure. Yep.
So a ball and a strike, and Coach Odeffer taking time here. This is interesting.
Yeah. Wonder if he noticed something with Opitz there, maybe.
So, that was quick.
Yeah.
So I think Opitz said, I'm all right,
Yeah.
whatever the case may be. We'll have to ask Coach Odeffer about that conversation.
Yeah, I think you just wanted to check on him there, but must be okay.
That better be safe.
Yep.
Opitz, of course, a junior. 1-1 is the count. And obviously, you're concerned about at this point, would he be available if you win on Saturday night there? So you want to make sure he's full health if you continue to put this ball game away. But the War Eagles try to rally. 1-1 pitch, fastball high. The count is 2-1. And the War Eagles certainly want to make him work.
Yeah, absolutely.
They did that to Francis and got him out last inning.
Yeah, they're not going to give up here.
2-1 is the count. Breaking ball and a sharp breaker for a strike. Count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Starmont has committed 4 errors in this ball game. Clayton Ridge Central has committed 5 errors in this game.
Yeah, not as quite as sharp as we saw the other night.
And needless to say, as Oberbreckling swings right through that pitch, it's strikeout number 3 by Opitz. It's out number 1. Needless to say, if Starmont gets the final 2 outs here, they'll need to be better defensively on Saturday night.
Absolutely, yeah. You're playing a very good South, most likely. I guess that game's not over yet,
And
but
it's
most
8-1.
likely a very good Southwind team, and you can't afford to give them any free base runners.
And it's now 8-2 in the 6th inning. Southwind leads. Colton Hager is up to bat. Hager takes the pitch high. The count is 1-0. Hager flew out to center field, walked and scored. The first War Eagle run, actually singled and scored. He broke up the no-hitter, by the way, with a single in the bottom of the 6th inning. 1-0 pitch, fastball outside. Count goes to 2-0. So we do know, well, we've known that we're Saturday night, we're going to do a game, and the only question was where it's going to be. And we, in all honesty, it looked like we'll probably be heading to Calmer. I'd be surprised if we go anywhere else for that district final. 2-0 is the count. 2-0 breaking ball, called strike there, and that shows Opitz's confidence with a breaking ball. And Colton Hager, a senior for Clayton Ridge Central. We'll talk with Coach once again, Czar. We'll ask him some comments there about his seniors. Here's Hager. Hits a bouncing ball. That's into center field. And a good job there by Colton Hager. His second base hit of the ball game. He has 2 of the 3 War Eagle hits. One out base runner here in the 7th.
Yeah, good job by the 9-hitter Colton Hager, coming up with 2 out of the, like you said, 2 out of the 3 hits in the game.
So the War Eagles were down 7-0, scored 2 runs in the 6th inning and had the bases loaded, but ended up not scoring after that point.
Yeah, they needed a big inning there.
And again, likely playing base to base here. Lone, top of the lineup, is 0 for 3. And the first pitch fouls it back out of play. The count is 0-1. Lone bounced back to the mound, bounced out to second, safe on an air, and scored last inning. So Opitz trying to get the final 2 outs. And the Stars hoping to advance to Saturday night. He does that. Yep, they will advance. Hager, a short lead at first base. They are holding the runner on at first base. Leaves a bit of a hole on the right side of the infield. 0-1 offering there. Breaking ball, misses low, and it's a ball and a strike. So we've got games the rest of the week here on KCTN. Softball the next 3 nights. Hopefully. We'll be in Colesburg tomorrow night, Charles City on Thursday night, then hopefully Colesburg on Friday night. 1-1 is the count. 1-1 breaking ball. That's a called strike on the outside. The count is a ball and 2 strikes. We've had some pretty good ball games. This one was moving right along till the 5th inning. It was 3-0, but we've had 8 runs scored in the last 3 at-bats for both these teams.
Yeah.
A ball and 2 strikes is the count. And Opitz steps off the mound, looks over at first base, kind of raises the ball as if I'm going to throw over there. But, again, at this point, I wouldn't worry about the runner.
Right. I'm a little surprised they're holding him.
A ball and 2 strikes, 1-2 offering there. And swinging through the pitch there is Lone. He actually got a piece of it.
I think
got just enough.
Just a piece of it.
So 1-2 is now the count. Again, Edco Midland softball tomorrow night from Colesburg. On deck show at 6:30. Game time at 7 o'clock here. 1-2 is the count. 1-2 offering. Fastball just misses low. And we're evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So for Starmont, Francis would be available for them on, once again, Saturday night. Same thing likely for Opitz unless things unravel here. Off and running is Hager. Swinging right through the pitch there is Lone. It's strikeout number 3 there, number 4 rather. They throw it to second base, and stealing there is Hager as he was off and running on the pitch. Lone, a strikeout victim, and it's out number 2 here. They did throw down to second base, but a good jump by Hager.
Yeah, might as well throw it down, but runner really doesn't mean a whole lot at this point.
Seth Kregel is up to bat. Kregel is 1 for 3, a strikeout victim, bounced out to second and singled, and time taken now here for Clayton Ridge Central. With 2 outs, Kregel, another senior, getting another opportunity to bat. They'll bring up, if they get a little further in this inning, Dominic Mast and Carson Rignitz. That would be 3 and 4 and 5 in their lineup there, with Owen Hammersline batting 5th. But try to get these seniors another at-bat.
Yeah, Seth Kregel did a nice job getting that last out last inning and gets a chance to hit here again.
So time taken by Coach Czar to have a conversation. And Kregel, see what he awaits from Opitz here with 2 outs. Again, the runner at second base. By the way, if Starmont would not have made a throw at second base, if they would have conceded the stolen base there, that wouldn't have been a stolen base.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been credited as a stolen base. Though, again, that I don't know if any high school coach really follows that rule.
Right.
So the first pitch now to Kregel. And the offering there is a curveball swinging right through it. There is Kregel. The count is 0-1. They are working in the middle of the infield. Tegan Raber is at shortstop, working the runner at second base. They continue to do that. 0-1 is the count, but he's quickly away. 0-1 offering fastball. Kregel lifts a high fly ball. This is to left field. On the run is Toll. Toll runs into the shortstop there in Raber. Does Raber hang on to it? He does for the 3rd out of the inning as they both tumble, and that's going to do it for the War Eagles. Starmont, difficult play, but they'll go into the district final. The Stars, strong pitching once again. They defeat Clayton Ridge Central by a final score of 9-2. With the win, Starmont improves to 23-9. Clayton Ridge Central closes the season 7-15. You've got kids moved around defensively there. Almost disaster to keep the inning going. Thankfully, nobody got hurt.
Yeah, needed a little bit better communication there, but made the play and no one's hurt.
Kregel pops out to short. That does it for the War Eagles. No runs, 1 hit. They leave 1 in the top of the 7th inning. 9-2, Starmont advances. Back with coaching interviews, game stats, our post-game show coming up.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Waukon. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle, or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors, where we've been selling cars the old-fashioned way, with a friendly smile and a handshake, right here next door in Elgin and Walk On.
Being good at life means getting your finances in order so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of experience, New York Life Insurance Company offers insurance and financial solutions you can benefit from while you're, well, living. For trusted guidance, contact your local agents, Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer with your Vision Financial Group, proudly located and serving the beautiful Guttenberg community. Call Andy or Troy at 563-252-2471. Start planning today for peace of mind tomorrow. Your Vision Financial Group is not owned or operated by New York Life.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
War Eagle Stars Baseball is brought to you in part by Bender's Foods in Guttenberg, J&J Land Solutions in Edgewood, Rockwire Appliance and TV, the home of quality service with the lowest price guaranteed in Prairie du Chien, Waukon, Decorah, and Viroqua. Elkader Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammersland, Innovative Egg Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. Rivals Inc., custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona. Furniture Showcase and All Wine, lighting showroom, flooring, furniture, and window treatments. Bacon Concrete and Post Fill. The Luena Savings Bank, member FDIC. Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, and Myers Auto Service in Monona. Welcome back to Starmont. It is Starmont victorious over Clayton Ridge Central. Final score of this ball game ends up being 9-2. As Starmont scored a run in the first, 2 in the second inning. They added 4 in the bottom of the fifth. And in that bottom of the fifth, they scored 4 runs in that inning. They actually did it on 3 hits in that inning. And they added Clayton Ridge Central scored their first 2 runs in the 6th inning, but Starmont answered with 2 in the bottom of the 6th. And this ball game, exactly like the first matchup they played, and the same score. Starmont won 9-2 in a ball game in which the War Eagles had some errors that affected that ball game. Starmont had more runs than they did hits in the ball game, though tonight they actually end up with a better hit number.
Yeah, kind of odd how that worked out. We thought it might be a little bit closer game, but credit Starmont. They did some really good things on the base paths and hit the ball well enough and just took advantage. You know, we talked about taking advantage of your opportunities, and I think Starmont did that well tonight.
All right, here's the totals. For Starmont, 9 runs in the ball game. They do it on a total of 9 hits, and they committed 4 errors. For Clayton Ridge Central, they had 2 runs in this ball game. They did it with 3 hits, and they committed 5 errors in this ball game. Winning pitcher is Elliot Francis. Francis goes 5 innings, allowed 2 hits, 2 runs, walked 1, and struck out 6. Wyatt Opitz came in. And ended up going a total of 2 innings. He allowed 1 hit, walked 2, but struck out 4 in finishing things off there for, once again, Starmont. Meanwhile, for Clayton Ridge Central, Owen Hammersland went 4 2/3 innings, 7 hits, 7 runs, walked 1, struck out 1. Then Griffin Hammersland came in, went 1 inning, 2 hits, 2 runs, walking nobody, striking out nobody. Seth Kregel finished it off there, 1/3 of an inning, no hits, no runs, walking nobody, and that was a strikeout for the final out in that ball game. Let's go through the individual totals here. Let's start first off for Starmont. Hudson Popham was 0 for 4. Caden Baumgartner 1 for 3 with a run and 2 RBIs. Wyatt Opitz 2 for 4, scored 2 runs. Elliot Francis 1 for 3 with a double and an RBI and scored 2 runs. Also in this game, Jack Toll was 0 for 4, reached base once. Jax Thomason was 0 for 2, scored a run and had a sacrifice RBI. Alex Lincoln was 0 for 3 with a sacrifice fly RBI. Milton Cushion was 2 for 3, scored 2 runs, had a double there, and drove in a run. And Tegan Raber in this ball game ended up going 2 for 3, scored a run, drove in a run. Again, Starmont's bottom of the lineup, the 7, 8, and 9 hitters, reached base 7 out of their 10 at-bats in this ball game. Cushion and Raber batted 3 times each, and they both reached base 3 times, so the bottom of the lineup really did it for them. Let's go to the totals quickly for Clayton Ridge Central. Mason Lone was 0 for 4, the run scored. Seth Kregel 1 for 4. Dominique Mast 0 for 1 with an RBI. Carson Rignitz 0 for 2 with an RBI. Owen Hammersland 0 for 3. Isaac Alone 0 for 3. Griffin Hammersland 0 for 3. Keston Oberbrockling was 0 for 3. And Colton Hager was 2 for 3 with a run scored. And once again, for the War Eagles, Mast and Rignitz had their RBIs in this ball game. We're joined by Clayton Ridge Central baseball coach Casey Czar. Coach, first off here, defensively, again, that has been an issue from time to time. Kind of put you behind the 8 ball early.
Yeah, you just got to play. You got to play a little bit cleaner there earlier. Just fix some little things. Fielding the ground ball, throwing it over to first. You just can't let a team like Starmont have those. So,
and the big thing is we got to talk though is you're down 7-0, but you guys continue to fight. I think that says something about your kids.
Yeah, these kids are gritty. They're river rat kind of kids where they're gonna do their thing. They've earned this. They knew that they had to keep grinding some stuff out. They weren't gonna roll over and just give up. The senior class kind of led that. I could hear it in the dugout a bit of just empty it out, and so I kept going with it of emptying it out, and they gave everything they had for me.
And we'll talk about your senior class in just a bit here, but Owen Hammersland, and again, the way he has been throwing for you there, you were going to let him go as far as you could tonight.
Yeah, I was gonna let Owen empty it out no matter what. He's been our horse. He's gonna be our horse next year again. Good kid, fills it up, spins it well. He's just, we got to back him up a little bit there. And if I think we do that, I think it's a little bit different ball game, at least towards the end there. Make them make more plays. You never know.
All right, as we start to talk about your seniors, good to get Seth Kregel. I mean, the question, could he give you, any kind of lift pitching-wise? It was great for him to at least get the last batter.
Yeah, so he has had some elbow issues. We had an MRI done. Kind of doctors told him that, hey, I don't know if throwing is going to be kind of your thing. And when the kid walks up to you and just says, Coach, let me air it out, I'm good friends with his mom, and we kind of looked at each other and said, all right, give me everything you got then. Let's air it out.
Yep, it came in, recorded a strikeout there. Good to see you there. Speaking of your seniors, you mentioned a little bit earlier on the On Deck show here, this is a special group for you.
Yeah, my first group of 5 when I showed up as a 22-year-old from Upper Iowa University. These 8th graders have been here since. It's a fun group of Dominic Mast, Seth Kregel, Colton Hager, Isaac Lone, and Carson Rignitz. Just those kids show up every single day. They put in the effort. They know what I'm asking for, and they give me even more than that. It's been a fun group. It's going to be definitely a hard group to miss. Hopefully they can show their faces again around some War Eagle baseball games next season, just as a fan and alumni.
Yeah, and the big thing is seniors that stayed with it. I think that says everything, and plus they picked up a great tournament win.
Yeah, a good tournament win for them. It kind of caps off their season. Dom's going to get to go play college baseball. It's that kid to me has meant a lot of just how much he's put in the time and grind, and all of those kids have, and I'm just super appreciative of those 5 seniors who stuck it out. I just told them, I was sending practice plans on the back of the bus going to Minot, North Dakota, to play baseball, and they stuck it out with me, and so I appreciate everything that they've ever done.
All right, Coach. Again, a good season, good tournament win. We look forward to catching up with you next year. Got a good group coming back.
Yes, we do. Thank you.
You betcha. Clayton Ridge Central baseball coach Casey Czar talking things over about his War Eagle team. They drop a 9-2 decision in this district ball game tonight. We're going to keep our post game right here, continuing on here, and we're going to be joined by Vinny Odeffer to talk things over about his team in this ball game. As once again they win by a final score of 9-2. As we're joined by Coach Odeffer here. Coach, first off here again. Strong pitching. I mean, let's start with Elliot Francis. He got you into the 6th inning. Pitch count was great there, but he really was in control there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Nothing new from Elliot and starting off the game for us. And we knew that coming in. He actually came to me. We had different plans. He came to me before the game yesterday and said, Coach, I got a favor. I want to go. And he gave me the look. So we went with him, and, yeah, no surprise. He did amazing. And we could have kept him even lower. Some plays we didn't make, but he did a great job starting it off for us.
Yeah, and then obviously confidence with Wyatt Opitz, and you showed why you were ready. He was ready to go.
Oh, absolutely. And he's always hungry. He always wants to pitch every game if he could. So had him come in, and I think bases loaded, no outs, and only one guy. And I told him I would take that every single time. Only one guy scores with bases loaded and no outs. That's a great job. So.
And the good thing is both these guys will be available on Saturday night.
Absolutely. And I know they're both going to be begging for it. So that makes my life easy. But, yep, both of them available, and as long as they're feeling good, those will be the 2.
All right, now let's talk about offensively. 8 and 9 hitters. Milton Cushion, Tegan Raber, they reached base 6 times. Both of them had 2 hits. And they scored runs for you. What a lift.
Yeah, you can't ask for much more. Tegan Raber first. He's a great hitter. He's an 8th grader, so it's taken a little bit, but he's got a great swing, and it just takes time. But I told him it's like a 4-person best shot. As long as somebody's doing that, that's all it takes. And he's got the confidence late in the season, which is what we want.
Yeah, it sounds like a golf coach talking there. Caden Baumgartner was 1 for 3, scored a run, had 2 RBIs. He had a hand in your first 3 runs.
Yes, and he's done that for us all year. Bummy, he's a senior for us, and he swings a great bat, hard contact every single time. So that was great for him tonight.
Yeah, and your 3 and 4 hitters, Wyatt Opitz, Elliot Francis contributing there. Opitz was 2 for 4, scored a couple of runs. Francis had that double drive-in run, also scored a couple of runs there. Those guys were very effective for you, again, in the lineup.
Yeah, Wyatt's swing has been looking great lately, and he's hitting the ball hard. Elliot, I thought that one was gone. I told him I started just ball watching there, seeing if it was going to go over, but I think he hit it to about dead center, but that was a hard hit ball.
All right, Southwind victorious tonight. Well, it's not over yet. They're in the 7th inning, 8-2. Southwind leads Turkey Valley. What do you know about the Warriors?
Well, Alex Smith, he's their coach, and he does a great job with that program, youth and up. So they got some big kids. I remember I hadn't seen Southwind in a few years, and I got to look at some of those guys, and I said, wow, where did they get these big kids from? So they're going to hit the ball, and they got 2 guys that can hit it pretty hard. So we're going to try to play great defense, all right, and we got our 2 guys pitching, and then as long as, like I told the guys, if everybody's hitting, we're going to be hot.
All right, Coach. We'll talk to you before that game Saturday night. Good luck to you guys.
Thanks a lot.
Yep, Starmont baseball coach Vinny Odeffer talking things over there about his Stars program, winning by a final score of 9-2. We continue to wrap things up here on our post-game show. All right, sets the stage there. Starmont and Southwind, we expect that game to be played at Calmer. It's a matchup that you kind of looked at right away and you went, well, this could happen, and sure enough, it's going to.
Yeah, when the brackets came out, we kind of thought that would be the matchup, and it'll be a good test for Starmont. Southwind's got a really, really nice squad, but Starmont obviously no slouch themselves, so should be a good game on Saturday night.
And for Clayton Ridge Central tonight, again, we saw them with the type of ball game that they knew they could play against Keyhigh there. Not the same type of ball game tonight defensively, but that's part of the curve, and it's a team that, again, I still think gets a lot of positive out of this brief tournament run, but winning a tournament game to begin with and playing in this type of game against a good Starmont team.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a big deal for a program like Clayton Ridge Central, trying to start a tradition there, and yeah, they played well, and Owen Hammersland pitched well again. Maybe not quite as sharp. You know, he probably had his A+ stuff versus Keyhigh the other night. Maybe didn't quite have that tonight, but pitched well, and good effort by the Clayton Ridge Central kids.
So, again, that sets the stage for that Saturday night ball game. Game time is at 7 o'clock. We'll bring it for you here on KCTN FM 100. Again, tomorrow night we'll be in Colesburg. It will be Edco taking on Midland. The On Deck Show at 6:30. Game time at 7 o'clock. Thursday night, North Fayette Valley at Charles City. The On Deck Show, 6:30. Game time, 7 o'clock. Hopefully Friday in Colesburg at 7 o'clock. And then Saturday, actually Starmont taking on once again Southwind on Saturday nights, and that game time and everything else to be determined, but we expect it to be at 7 o'clock at Calmer. So we'll see you tomorrow night.
Sounds great.
Our busy week continues. Once again, Starmont over Clayton Ridge Central by a final score of 9-2. For Coach Mike Sass, I'm Dan Behrens. My thanks to Caitlin Mussman for running our studio show. For a complete recap of tonight's ball game, highlights, scores, and more, go to KCTN.com and click on the Sports tab. This has been a presentation of KCTN FM 100 Sports.
At Alameda Clayton Electric Cooperative, we provide more than energy. We also provide ideas to help keep you safe. Electricity can travel down the strings of kites or balloons that contact power lines. Have children use these toys in open areas away from overhead lines. Keep metallic balloons indoors as they are highly conductive. Teach children that if a toy gets into power lines or a substation, they should tell an adult to call the power company. They should not retrieve it themselves. At ACEC, we care about keeping you safe. That's the power of human connections. Alameda Clayton Electric Cooperative, your touchstone energy cooperative.
War Eagle Stars Baseball is brought to you in part by Farmer Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, Elgin, and Wadena. Member FDIC. Car Auto Group. Online at KARAutogroup.com. Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah. Clayton County Recycling in Monona. TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont. Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door. Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont. Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg and Elkader. LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville. Ground Logs and Lumber in Elkader. Timber is a crop. Harvest wisely. St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, and by Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg.